That human person that likes to
Christopher.
eat. Yes, say his whole name.
Is it Christopher? I don't know his name.
No, say his name. Pass, Denny.
I don't know his name.
Okay, not 7th and not 9th. This is where you go to school. You go to school here. Not 7th or 9th. It would be.
Oh, the 9 3/4?
No, 7th blank, 8th. Oh, pass. Damn it.
Oh, boy.
If you die, no! Are you crapping me?
You got one.
You got one.
Kevin, Virginia, and Jason are live on 97.9 WRMF and the KVJ Show app.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Here we go, and happy Monday. Welcome to the KVJ Show. How's it going over there, Bird?
It's going good. It's a dude show. No Virginia.
That's right.
Does that mean no dirt of the day, or do we need the material?
Well, we'll probably, slide it in there, but I do the abbreviated quick version of the dirt.
I'm not even kidding. The last time you did the dirt, you had the whole segment wrapped up in about 50 seconds.
It was pretty good, yeah.
I challenge you to be better.
It's going to be about that today. So, yeah, we got some stuff you got to get to. I know, because I was at dinner with about 5 women on Saturday, and all they could talk about was the Kardashians. Ugh.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was tough. It was tough.
Were they liking it, or were they...
No, they're so into it. I'm just like, when you realize, a lot of this stuff, anybody ever thought that maybe they're just faking all these stories?
You got to watch the situations you're putting yourself in. Saturday Kardashian talk?
Tough. Got a lot of ladies in the family. It's just kind of tough. Don't know what else you do other than just say, you know what, that's it. We're not going to have any family time if we're going to talk about Kardashians.
I would say that you need to drink, but I'm afraid it would turn into anger drinking. You know what I mean?
I know. I hear you, man. It's tough. So for some people, the Kardashian stories are big. So we will get to the abbreviated versions of all that kind of stuff. Virginia is in New Orleans for Mardi Gras. It's going to be going on. Tomorrow's actually supposed to be the big day of partying, but I think she's taking an early lead.
Okay, so is this written into her contract that every Mardi Gras Virginia gets a week off? Because ever since I've been on the show, it's just been known that she gets a week off. Mama's got to go celebrate Mardi Gras, and it's just understood.
Yeah, she always has. She always takes off to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. I don't know when she's ever been here during Mardi Gras.
Is that in her contract? Because
it might be.
She automatically gets it. I don't even think she gets vacation days for this.
No, yeah, you're right. I don't know. She just, whatever she feels like, you know what, Mom is not going to come into work today.
Because according to my stats, didn't she just take a vacation? She just took Monday and Tuesday off.
She was off last Monday as well, and Tuesday.
Okay, I'll just check in.
Well, she needs a lot of downtime. She needs a lot of downtime. She sent out this tweet a couple days ago after she got to New Orleans. I think this was this maybe yesterday morning or Saturday morning? I'll do it my best Virginia voice. It says, Mardi Gras is absolutely the most amazing thing ever. I love it so much. I woke up on the sofa this morning with a blow-up guitar stuck to my face and no pants on. Day 2, here we come.
Good for you, Mama. You live out your dream.
Yeah, so she is, she went tame for the better part of the last month, but then she had to start drinking when your beer came out.
She must have gotten the numbers back from the doctor, and like, oh, you're good, Virginia, you're healthy.
Yeah.
Mama's back.
Yeah. She's been running hard, baby.
You ever have that in your life? You think you have bad news, and then all of a sudden, no, it's not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll have 3 pizzas then.
It's kind of like, it's like when you get on the scale and you think you're going to be like up 5 pounds and you're up only 2, so you're going, you know what? I'm going to go have a good meal.
That is my philosophy. Anytime I go to Publix, if I am down, the first thing I do is go, oh my gosh, I'm 2 pounds down. I thought I was heavier. I go right to the Coke machine and get the biggest, largest fountain.
Victory.
Oh, it is.
It's a victory drink.
It feels so good.
Yes, and you enjoy it guilt-free. Yes. It's the best thing ever. Yeah, I think actually tomorrow's supposed to be the big party day, right?
Fat Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I think that's when you really blow it out, is tomorrow. But Virginia has already gotten a couple days where she's ramping up to it. So maybe we can check in with her today. I don't know if she still has a voice. I think she's still clubbing along, so we'll see how she's doing.
I like this comment already. Jaybird, don't think of it as her getting a vacation. Look at it, you're getting a vacation from her. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I like that.
So, yeah, you shouldn't be complaining. This is working in your favor.
Hey, and I'll do the dirt if you need any help.
Okay, all right, we can maybe discuss that. Like I said, it's going to go by in a quick, just going to fly right through it. How was your weekend? Did you do anything good and exciting this weekend?
I didn't do anything that exciting.
Nothing out of the norm.
A lot of pizza.
Okay,
Kind of still gaining weight.
That's good.
I don't know if that would be exciting.
Are you still doing the pizza blog?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm doing the pizza blog. I'm kind of getting annoyed with it, to be quite honest with you.
Well, you know, a lot of people are giving me a hard time about it.
Yeah, I'm starting to not. I'm starting to not like people, Kevin.
Well, I know, and I've seen this happen a couple times. People are putting pressure on you to review their pizza or a friend's pizza place or whatever, and you're telling me some guy even kind of like went off saying like, dude, like, why won't you review my pizza?
He's a buddy of my friend, and
Okay.
I don't know this guy that well. So in the beginning of our meeting, he gets my cell phone number, and I don't
Okay.
know him that well. So now he's got my number in the beginning of our meeting, and you can't really go, I don't want to give you my number. 'Cause I'm not trying to be a jerk here.
Yeah.
So he has opened up a pizza place, and the whole time he's telling me how it's the best pizza ever. It's New York style. There's not going to be a better pizza that I ever tried.
Right.
For an hour, he's selling my pizza, and he's alluding that he wants me to do the pizza blog for his pizza place. So I'm like, because there's a lot of pressure that comes with that.
Well, it's like, you know, he set it up like you can't do anything but really give this guy a good review.
yeah, and
Because he's like looking over your shoulder. I mean, if you're pushing this hard, let's say I don't like it, dude.
yeah, and that does happen. There are
Right.
people that recommend pizza that I personally don't like. I'm not this pizza king. I don't think
Right.
that I am. Although people are thinking that I think I am that. That's not what's going on
That's
here.
not the point of
I'm
it.
just a guy trying to have some fun with some pizza on Instagram. That's
Right.
it. So he keeps asking me about, my blog, and finally goes, so seriously, will you please review my pizza? I will set it up tonight. Come right there, review it right then and there. You're gonna love it. I'm like, dude, sorry. I usually don't do that. It's a lot of pressure. What if I don't like it? And he got really, really offended by that. He goes, I cannot believe you will not do my pizza blog. Go, what's the big deal? You can't help me out a little bit? I'm like, all right. And I told my buddy, I'm getting out of here. This guy's annoying me. And about 30 minutes later, he texts me on my number because I just gave it to him.
Yeah.
And he's kind of giving me a little sassy attitude. I sent you the text message.
Yeah, he kind of ran it down for you, just put a big guilt trip on you.
For a guy who doesn't know me that well,
Yeah.
I thought this was a little out of line. I sent you the screenshot.
Yeah, he said, I honestly can't believe you won't review my pizza. Do you know how much that could help me? I guess you don't give a bleep about other people. I always thought you were a person who liked helping other people. Boy, oh boy, I guess I got the wrong impression. I'm a local guy with a local family, so he's bringing his family into
I mean,
it.
what are you doing, dude?
Wow.
Well, don't let me review it now.
And you can't help get the word out about our pizza? Pretty pathetic, dude. Needless to say, my wife and kids are pretty disappointed, too. Sorry to rant, just being honest.
He's from New York, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
Not that I'm not saying all New Yorkers are negative. That's not what that meant.
Yeah, now they're going to be, what?
Now all New York's gonna hate me. I don't know, Cal. I thought pizza's supposed to bring people together.
It was. You had this fun little project. This is great, and it's going to give you an excuse to eat pizza guilt-free because it's like a job you're doing.
I'm not putting meat on the pizza because people are wondering, why would you just only do cheese pizza? It's the purest form of pizza, in my opinion. If you eat cheese and you grade them all on that, you start adding extra things. I don't know if it's a fair grade.
No, it's like then you would have to do pizzas that have anchovies.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of my point.
Yeah. I mean, you got to figure if the base of the pizza is good, you put the toppings on it, should still be fine.
If you get me with cheese and sauce and your crust, you have good pizza.
Right.
Your
I hear
pepperoni ain't going to take it to that next level if your
That's
crust
square
and
one.
sauce sucks.
Square one. Well, Jaybird had to do a deal with that grief over the weekend. Honda Classic went down. Went to go check that out. Interesting little outcome that happened with that. A guy that nobody knows wound up winning the whole thing. And you had two locals that were right at the end, too. Brooks Koepka and Ricky Fowler were right there.
So how many professional golfers do we have in Palm Beach County? 50?
So, honestly, yeah, pretty much. I mean, and this is the time of year, too, where just so much stuff is happening. Keith Mitchell's the guy's name. He sunk a 15-foot putt on the 18th hole and won the whole thing. It was his first ever tour win, and he's ranked number 162. So it was a guy nobody knew, and he made $1.2 million for winning the Honda.
Good for you.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So lots of celebrities in town this weekend because, man, you got not only the Honda Classic, you had spring training that was going on.
Have you gone yet?
I have not. I was hoping to go today with the Mexican Queen, and she just pulled up sick today. So I don't know when I'm going to get out there.
I mean, I could be your Mexican Queen. Let me go as your wife because I really
Maybe,
want to go.
yeah.
I really want to go to a game.
I got to get out there. I don't know what is going to happen.
Well, my dad's going to Texas again for a while.
Okay.
So I wanted to do a game with you and him. He leaves tomorrow, big guy.
Okay. Well, we got to do it then.
We got to make it happen.
Yeah. So that's going on. Dabo Swinney, who is the national championship winning coach for Clemson, he was at Roger Dean Stadium. You had Kid Rock, I saw, was out golfing around South Florida. Derek Jeter had a big old dinner at Tommy Bahama's up there at the Harborside Place. So celebrities all over the place, including Pink at the BB&T Center. We'll check in with that. A lot of people saying she was great on Friday night, so we'll get your viral audio with that coming up in just a bit.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jaybird?
Here's when I love the internet, when you can look up goofy things and get goofy results that you're looking for. I was trying to find some stuff to buy on Amazon Prime. I wanna get your guess on these goofy items and tell me how much you think they are.
All right.
And I'm definitely buying probably all three of these.
Okay.
3 pounds of Lucky Charm marshmallows. How much would you pay for that? This is what it's going for.
3 pounds on Amazon. I am going to say that cereal's kind of expensive, and that's 3 pounds.
It's just the marshmallows, the good stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to say that you can get that for $19.99.
Interesting. Denny's?
Ooh, that's right where I was thinking. I'll go $14.99. I think a little less.
$27.99 for 3 pounds, baby.
Okay.
It's a lot of marshmallow, though.
Yeah.
And it's the purest form of Lucky Charm.
Right. And, honestly, you save yourself, too, because you could use it for 2 reasons. One, if you've got a kid that only eats, like, the marshmallows like my kid does, you can just save time and they don't have to work at picking through the cereal to get it. Or if you've got a kid like that has picked out all the marshmallows of the Lucky Charms and, in a sense, render the entire box useless, you could get that whole thing of marshmallows, put it back in, shake it back up, and then you've almost got a brand new box of Lucky Charms again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're eating out the marshmallows and you leave the gross part of the cereal and you're my kid, you're getting grounded.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a bad play.
You're grounded.
It really is. It's a bad play. Yeah, nobody else in the family eats them, so I guess he's allowed to do it. But, yeah, why not just buy that if he's only going to eat the marshmallows anyway?
When I was a little kid, I used to love to put the marshmallow in my mouth and then take a sip of soda and let it dissolve in my mouth.
Oh,
Great
man,
for the
that's fun.
teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. How much would you pay for the whole roll now of pizza wallpaper? We're talking a roll that's going to cover a good-sized wall here.
Yeah. It's going to be the same going price of regular wallpaper with just a small upcharge because it's unique and novelty and somebody would. I know what I would say a roll of wallpaper goes for $7.99 with pizza upcharge. I'm going to say $8.50.
For the whole roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
A whole roll? I don't know. I don't think I've wallpapered once ever. And I don't think I've seen wallpaper since the 80s.
I don't think it's that expensive, is it? Normal wallpaper?
I'm the same way. I have no idea what the going rate of wallpaper
does anybody
is.
use wallpaper anymore? Does that happen?
It's okay. What's your guess, Denny's?
I was going to say like $12.
It says, according to this site, $180 for a whole roll of because per swatch, I guess they call it swatch.
Okay.
It was $27.99 per swatch. So it's fancy wallpaper. It's with pizza. There's a little doggy on it too. So I don't know.
Seems like a lot.
It
Like,
does.
how much space are you? Because that might work like if you have a little like dining nook. Or if you want to put it in your kitchen, but are you going to put that like in your living room or your bedroom? Maybe. Kid's bedroom.
Oh, I bought old Star Wars vintage wallpaper, and that was kind of expensive too. And it wasn't very much of it either.
Really?
Yeah. So
Yeah, does
maybe,
anybody still use them? I don't know.
Oh, I'm
Is
sure
wallpaper still a thing?
they got to, right? Wallpaper's not.
Yeah, in Colorado, I know they like it out there because you can get some cool prints.
Are you researching wallpaper right now?
Well, I was seeing how much just a normal ream is. And I guess it's it's like $30.
It's a lot of money.
Swatch.
Okay, what else we got over here?
Your last item here, a taco bed for your dog.
Taco bed for your dog. Okay, how big's the bed? What kind of dog?
It can fit multiple medium-sized dogs. I'd say you can get three
Really?
medium-sized dogs in this thing.
Okay, I'd say typically a bed's going to go for $24.99. No, yeah, $24.99. I'm going to say with the goofy upcharge, I'm going to put it at $27.50.
Yeah, but it's got tacos littered all over it.
I know. I'm only giving tacos a $2.50 upcharge.
I'm gonna go $35 for that one.
It says $120.
What?
That's crazy.
And these are all on different websites too. Well, no, it's on Amazon Prime, so it's the same.
All different vendors.
Okay, different vendors. Yeah. So I don't know.
There's always an upcharge for Goofy.
Yeah.
There is.
And I think every different element of Goofy has got its own price. There's probably like what the market will bear for Bigfoot, what it'll bear for aliens, what it'll bear for pizza and tacos.
Oh, there was this realistic looking life alien, and it can like kind of move. It pranks people. I'm like, oh, I gotta get that. That'll be great for the show.
Yeah.
$380. Never mind. Too much money.
I've noticed lately with anything nostalgic, the price has been astronomical.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to bank on the
It's a
nostalgia.
big market, yeah.
Well, I was telling Dennys, G.I. Joes that I could buy for $18. We're talking 3 months ago. An $18 G.I. Joe that was $18 3 months ago is now $65. It's gone up that much.
Wow.
In the last 6 months.
I think honestly what it says is more about our society than anything else. People are so stressed out and they're just running to the happiness of their childhood when you didn't have all this like bickering and adult problems.
You should look at my place right now. It has gone full on. Just Willy Wonka and the child. It's not a grown-up's. It's not a grown-up's place. I think that's why my dad's leaving. I can't take it. This is getting weird in here. I'm hanging ships from my ceiling in my family room. So as soon as you walk in, you're gonna get hit in the head with a ship.
So your dad just left.
I mean, I think he's just going out to see the world, but maybe he just doesn't want to see me.
You weirded your own dad
I
out.
think I did.
It looks cool. It looks like a really wealthy kid's house.
Said my friend.
Yeah, somebody said the fancy wallpaper is in right now. I got a friend whose dad does it for a living and makes crazy money.
I was just saying, Colorado, it was getting big. Everybody was doing like one wall in your house.
Yeah,
with,
that's
like this crazy print.
That's what another text says. Yeah, if you do one fancy accent wall in your family room. Apparently that's how it's working. And a quick note, too, and I did see this, there is a Lucky Charms marshmallow beer that is out.
Yes, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be good or not, but there you go. Dennys, what you got on your mind today?
So I found this study. I want to see what you guys thought of it. I found it to be pretty interesting here, but every time you recall a memory from your youth, you recall that memory incorrectly. And the reason being is that, when you recall a memory, from the first time you recall that memory, you are remembering it from the last time you remembered it. The next time that you recall that memory, you're remembering it from the last time you remembered it. So you're not remembering it from the first memory.
You're not remembering the event, you're remembering the memory.
You're remembering the memory, but each time you remember it, you're remembering something different about it. You're remembering the memory of the memory.
It's a degraded account of it. And so by the time you're 60, your memories of your childhood are completely warped and not even close to true.
And it's a defense mechanism your body does to protect you against painful memories and to also protect you against overwhelmingly good memories, because you can get lost in the thought of it being a perfect memory or a perfect moment. And in all actuality, you want that to fade over time because it wasn't a perfect memory.
Okay. June 1982. Okay, June 1982. A man named Bud gave me my first Big Mac, and I remember it was about 10:30 at night. I was watching HBO with my family, and just eating this Big Mac. I couldn't believe it changed my life, Kevin. And I remember as a kid going, "My life has changed." Is that memory not what I'm?
Yeah.
Was there something else to this? Because I thought when you started out, a guy named Bud at 10:30 p.m. gave me. I'm like, all right.
Maybe that memory has changed.
Like, is this going to be are we about ready to really turn deep and sad here on the show?
I'm watching HBO with my family.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Young.
I'm like, I don't know, man. Are you about to reveal too much right now? I don't know if this is the right time of morning to do this.
Still in the 6 o'clock hour.
Yeah,
You know?
I was like, oh my gosh, the show's taking a long turn.
But I remember that changing my palate, changing the way I looked at food.
So you're probably recalling certain details from that
And
memory.
I think you blocked off the bad parts of
yeah,
Bud.
it kind of sounds like it's.
You blocked out what came next.
Bud was a good man, Kevin. He was my dad's trucking friend.
10:30 p.m. Kids, Big Mac.
Sounds stand up.
He was doing a trucking route.
But they say it's because instead of remembering the actual memory, you're recalling the memory from the last time you remembered it and any mistakes that you may have introduced from that last time you recalled it. So if you recall a mistake in a memory 10 memories ago, that one lives with you now.
Wow.
What about people who witness a crime, like on the side of the street, and then they go back for details? Because there are cases where someone's got one story, and as it goes on, the details are changing.
Absolutely. Well, so that's my big knock against having juries, because first off, you're taking personal opinions of people, but also people's memories are not as good as you think. In fact, you can go on the internet. They have cases where they've done jury studies where people have incorrectly, because of the way they were being juried or being reviewed for the jury.
Yeah.
They were insinuating, hey, you may have saw a man, what was he wearing? We had reports that he's wearing green. So it's influencing people's memories into leading the witness, I
So
guess
you can
could say.
almost repaint someone's memory.
All by the way you start, like the way you interview them, the way
There
you talk
are
to
some
them.
things, I pull up some memories, I'm going, did that really happen?
Yes, I know.
In my life, I'm like, I'm like going, did I just make that up or did that really happen?
Well, there was a memory that I for sure thought I had, and it was an
Yeah.
episode of MacGyver that I stumbled upon on YouTube like 4 years ago, and I was like, man, I thought that happened to me.
Wow.
There is
okay.
you talk about the jury. I have at least 3 family members that have no business being on a jury. I feel like,
Absolutely.
Only 3, huh?
I don't even know if they should vote because they're just so insane. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, there's times I'm not paying attention. If something happened, an accident, I got pulled on a jury, I'm like trying to remember it. There's no way I'd be good at that.
We talked about memories as a little kid that you swore happened. I remember I was at a place called Casa Juno here
Yeah.
in northern Palm Beach County, and I swear to you, when I turned the light off,
Yeah.
the sky turned to darkness, and when I turned the light on in the room, it turned sunshine. Obviously, that didn't happen, but I swear to you, I believe that happened. Like, I have the power to turn off the day.
Dude, I have
It's a lot of
me-
responsibility for one child.
Oh, it's 7.
I have a memory where I was swimming and I held my breath for like 8 minutes. I felt like I was underwater, and I'm like, Jesus, I can't believe I'm still underwater. But clearly that never happened.
Right.
It's just crazy, the memory distortion.
Bizarre childhood memories. Okay, but Denny's already dropping a mind bomb here.
I'm thinking
Not even
Monday.
7 a.m. I came in here last week and I was telling you that when I got back to my cruise, I opened the door and I'm like, all right, what is that funky smell? It smelled kind of like mildewy, maybe rotting carcass, hot garbage, something along those lines. Went through the whole house. I was like looking underneath beds and everything else to see if there was like a dead animal somewhere. Couldn't figure it out. But when we were gone on the cruise, there was horrendous rains apparently that hit South Florida. Now on my cruise, it was beautiful sunshine in the Caymans. And so I didn't realize that had happened. What had gone on is I had a plumber come out on Friday, emergency stuff, because the plumbing was all out of whack. And somebody had done some work on my house on another project, and it put a hole in the PVC pipe that is the sewage pipe leaving the house. So whenever it rains, it basically is throwing our poo right back at us.
That is so rough.
My gosh.
Oh my gosh, yes.
What are you doing here? This is priority 1.
Like I said,
This would be a best of
Denny's,
day.
I had a lot of curveballs being thrown at me on Friday. And
What are you worried about doing a show? You gotta go get your poop house together.
that was the ultimate. Yeah, so they got to come out. They got to dig up. They got to replace. So that's coming up this week. But
That's motel worthy.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Do you need a place to crash?
Gosh, here's the thing is I am praying for no rain. So, I mean, it goes back to normal, when I don't have that rain. But if there's a bad rain, yes.
That's an awful
Motel
problem.
6,
Terrible.
baby.
So they did it to your stuff? Don't they have to pay for it?
It was someone else who did a project. I don't even know because I've got to try to prove it and this and that. And so I don't know.
Gosh, you're always in these weird cases.
It's what? It's honestly, when you own a home, you've got these kind of things that always come up. It is a pain in the butt. There's always something wrong with the house.
Do you sometimes miss renting?
Yeah, for that reason.
There are nice things about it.
For that one reason. If you have a good landlord, they would take care of it. It's their responsibility. If you have a bad landlord, it's a problem still.
Because there's pros and cons on both. I can see. I like renting, but then there's times where I'm like, I just wish I could do whatever I want without asking anybody.
Yeah. No, you can't do that either because then you get into an HOA and you still can't do what you want.
So does every house have an HOA?
No,
okay.
it doesn't. No, a lot do in South Florida, though.
Yeah.
It's tough to find a neighborhood that doesn't.
See, that would really suck where you own your own home and then people are still trying to tell you how to manage it. Oh, hell no.
Buy a home with an HOA. That's exactly what happens. Yeah. So that's kind of an update on that. And then I just wanted to do a quick shout out for what is on my mind. I'm excited because my son Colin is coming home spring break.
Yeah.
So that's a twofold for everybody. If you got kids that are coming home from college, I'm excited about that. But that means spring breakers are going to be attacking South Florida.
I always get excited for spring break like we're still in school or something.
matters.
Look at me, it's spring break.
Yeah, you're still coming to work, man. I don't know why you're so excited. Calm down.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, got a little bit of KVJ Kid Court here. A situation, how would you rule? Is this punishment too much? One of Jaybird's buddies, kids, got busted chugging a beer at school. And he has laid down a punishment on this child. Now, is it too harsh or not? The child is how old, Jaybird?
So the child is, I believe, 16.
16.
Yeah,
okay.
16 because they drive because they're taking away their license.
And let me guess, somebody got into daddy's beer stash, grabbed one, brought it to school. Hey, look, I got a beer. And they're like off on the side chugging it.
He has no idea how she got it. He just knows that she chugged it. She's not rolling over. She said, oh, my friend gave it to me. That's all he really knows.
Any idea on how they got caught?
Yeah, a teacher caught them.
Saw them in the act.
Absolutely.
So
caught
there's
them.
no...
There's no way. No, she's not saying she didn't do it.
Okay.
She got busted chugging a beer at school with her friends.
And what is the overall punishment?
It was after school, but
Yeah.
but it was still on school campus.
Yeah.
And so here's the punishment. The punishment is 6 months, no driving whatsoever, car taken away, and phone gone till the end of the year. Is that too harsh of a punishment?
At the end of the school year?
End of the school year, yeah.
End of the school
so
year.
So 6
March,
months, no
April,
car,
May.
no license, or no driving whatsoever. Not even if the parents are driving, no car whatsoever. And then the no phone till the rest of the school year. Is that too harsh of a punishment? You being a dad, your kid's 16, chugging a beer on school campus.
Yeah, it does. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's probably about right. I'm okay with that.
With that punishment?
Yeah, I am. I think it's good. I like the no phone to the end. It's like, look, I mean, this is a big time. There's a couple of things that's wrong. First of all, it's illegal. You get arrested for that. You're doing it on school property. You got to be smarter than that. It's just something you can't do. And yeah, you need to have a major smack on the social wrist, and removing the phone and contact from friends. That's pretty good smack. 3 months seems fair. That's the good thing about where we are in the school year is if your kid screws up, that punishment to the end of the year is an easy one. It's about right. 3 months for a pretty serious infraction. I would say that's a pretty serious infraction.
I agree with the punishment.
Yeah.
You're 16. You're chugging beer on school. Sorry, you're done.
Yeah,
you're in trouble. It's the way it goes.
I think that's
you don't
about
get
right.
a little light tap on the wrist for that one.
It's just, as you look today at how people parent, some people go really light, some people go really hard on some stuff. And so you just never really kind of know. And so sometimes as a parent, when you lay down a punishment, there is sometimes in the back of your head be like going, oh my gosh, am I going to look like I'm just totally like out of touch? And I think, a lot of times parents are just afraid to really lay down a serious boom on their kids. They're going to look like an unreasonable parent. They're going to lose their kid and this and that. And I think that's the problem that we have.
Yeah, no, he's not like that. He's like, nah, you're no car, you're done. He's kind of old school with his parenting.
Yeah, no, I think he's dead on. I think he got it right. Like I said, I think it's a really good time right now. And I would say if you've got a kid that is screwed up and they're sitting here and you're looking at what they did and you're trying to conjure up what their punishment should be, you can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. We'll give you a ruling on your kid's punishment.
Oh, this is fun. I like this.
Is it right on? Is it too much? Is it not enough? Because we'll tell you that too. Be like going, you need to get tougher on this kid. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have a brat on your hands in a couple years if you don't kick it up a notch. And like I said, if your kid's screwed up right now is a really good time to do it. So text us up right now, 877-979-9763 at the KVJ Show. Sounding off on Jaybird's friend's kid who got caught at school, 16-year-old chugging a beer. Yeah, I can't do that. So she's lost driving privileges for 6 months and phone for 3, correct?
Yeah, I think it's the right punishment.
Okay. Amy is on here from Loxahatchee with a thought on taking away the phone. Now, you're saying it's a double-edged sword, and why is that, Amy?
Oh, boy.
Hello, Amy? No?
Well, it's Monday. We usually don't have phone calls.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So just keep in mind, put on your notes, Kev, we can't do phone topics on Monday.
She said change the passcode on the phone instead, so you can still have GPS and tracking and all that kind of stuff. And maybe there is a way that you can render the kid's phone virtually useless when communicating with friends.
No, I don't think
But you can still get some of the benefits out of it.
I don't think he's doing that. I think he's got a ride. He's picking her up from school, dropping her off at home. Like I said, he's extremely old school.
Yeah, I don't even know how you would make that work because honestly, in my situation, I would try something like that thinking I'm so clever. I'm like, oh, I got my kid. Kids always know more about technology than their parents
They'll
do.
be able to unhack it.
I mean, they would be like, they would go and they would laugh at you, and you would be the joke at their school that day, and they go, look what my parents did. They so think I can't do this. And then they would flip it back so it was fully functional, and then when they got home or whatever they did, they'd flip it back so you wouldn't tell. You'd be like,
You're right.
This punishment's totally working.
Dennys, is there a way to probably do that?
Yeah, I would do a fingerprint if I was a parent. I'd put my fingerprint as the passcode. That way you can still have the GPS active. Make sure you can keep tabs on your kids because you know how kids are. They're going to be like,
Okay.
oh, I was at my friend's house, and then really they're at the mall.
So if you are in this, you can't set it as your fingerprint so they can't even get access to it.
I'm sorry. I think you just take the phone away. Just take it away. Make a point.
Mm-hmm.
No extra little. No, can you still play games and all that?
Yeah, I mean, if you put the passcode on, you can't even get into it. So they would just have it on him. But yeah, you're right. I mean, just take it away from him.
Somebody texted in and said, did she get any kind of punishment from the school? What was that punishment? So this parental punishment on top of the school punishment?
Absolutely. I think she got in-house suspension.
Yeah, I would think that would be pretty bad. And
She might have been suspended. Let me text him.
Yeah, I'd like to find out because, I mean, that's some pretty big stuff. And I wonder, too, when a school decides to say, look, this kid is breaking the law on school grounds, when do they call the police in? Would that be an issue where they would say, hey, look, we caught a kid here drinking underage at 16 on our campus, and that is something illegal. They come and arrest them there, and they're then tried as a minor, and you got all kinds of problems. Okay.
Yeah, she definitely did not get. There was no police involved, so no law was called.
Okay. Okay, let me see here. We got a couple people saying, okay, what would you do here in this situation? My son was caught smoking pot on the way to the school bus in the morning. We took everything away, TV, games, bedroom door never closes. I went to Publix. He went with me, did this for 3 months, and then random drug tests for the next year.
Do they have an age?
They don't say the age.
Come on.
He's got to be of an age where it was, I would hope he's a teenager, at least.
Let's say for this argument, he's 16 years old.
Okay, yeah. Is that the right move? It sounds like, I mean, they pretty much stripped his whole social life away.
Yeah, I mean, they brought down the hammer.
Yeah.
They caught him smoking pot.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, honestly, I think too often, if you're a parent, it's better to go too hard than too soft. I would think.
I agree. But are we old school in our thinking?
Yeah, we are, but I think the old school's right.
I do too.
I think we are old school, but I think the old school is right. I mean, there are just stories that you hear, and you're just like, okay.
Sorry, you're getting in trouble for that.
No, well, there's one story today of an unemployed 30-year-old woman in Maryland who still lives at home and is now facing assault charges because she threw a phone at her mom's head when her mom refused to give her a ride to yoga class. So she's 30, lives at home. She's like, drive me to yoga, Mom. And she's like, no. So she's like, fine, and throws her phone at her. I'd be like, see, that to me is probably a lifetime of going a little too soft, and then you get to this. That's why you go on the side of too hard than too soft.
Lock her up.
Yeah, lock her up. A few birthdays to say today. Jameson Gray, what's up? TT and Ryan saying happy birthday. Also, Chris Gisecking. It's from his girlfriend Kendall and son Christian. Happy birthday. Also, happy 15th birthday going out to the original OGG, Anna. And a happy birthday to Elias from Mommy Daddy Jr., Naomi, Fred, and Semi.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Where are we? Who else done the Shotcaller spelling bee? I know, Jaybird, you've done it, right?
I can't remember. I've been shocked so much in my time.
Dennys has done it. Have you done it, Suits? Oh, boy. I think it might be Suits' time in the sun.
Suits!
Yeah. Okay. I think Suits is on this here.
I think Suits is not feeling so hot today.
Oh, no. Really? Again?
I don't know.
What is it? I got to talk to Suits about his immune system.
He might be okay. Maybe I'm off. I thought he looked a little sick. You feeling good today?
Are you sickly, Tiny Suits?
No, I'm doing good. I'm just a little tired today.
Okay.
That's all.
That's what
Okay. Just a little tired. Okay.
My bad.
You were making y'all sick. All right. How are you at spelling?
So not normally good unless it's the name of a cruise ship. If it's the name of a cruise ship, I can spell anything.
Okay.
That's interesting.
All right. We're not going to be doing cruise ships, so we'll see. Suits doing the Shotcaller spelling bee. Well, Virginia is out today. She's going to be out a couple days this week because she goes to Mardi Gras every single year.
Yes, it's in her contract.
Yes. I've seen a couple of photos that she's already posted. Looks like she's already began the festivities. I didn't know. I thought Mardi Gras was just a Fat Tuesday thing, but it seems like maybe there's a party that goes on several days around it. I think we have Virginia on here. Hello, Virginia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There's that sweet voice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Did you get that inflatable guitar off of your face yet?
Oh, that was weird.
Is there a story behind that? It said in your tweet that you woke up with an inflatable guitar stuck to your face and no pants.
Yeah, I don't know what happened because Panda was in the bed, and I was supposed to be in the bed with him, but me and my sister were having a dance party of two, and we had a little bit too much of the crown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I thought that was just during Saints football season.
Yeah, when you're losing.
Well, we had it left over from football season, so we drank it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't want that thing to go to waste, and I'm sure it wouldn't keep another year.
No,
Hey,
definitely not.
Hey, Virginia, what are the chances of you bringing me back some of them potatoes I love with that honey mustard sauce? What are the chances?
Oh, I can do that. Yeah, I'm going to be in the quarter tomorrow. So that Tuesday is tomorrow. But the best parades, I think, happened yesterday and Saturday. It's just so fun.
Okay, and what is on today's agenda? What are you going to be doing in New Orleans?
So today is Mardi Gras, and we like to go down to where Rex and Zulu come off the train and off the boat downtown, and the mayor turns over the key of the city to them and relinquishes control for one whole day, and partying shall rule supreme.
Well, like you needed a key for that, Virginia. All right. Well, you have fun, and we'll check in with you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Are you doing the Drunk Girl Trivias while you're there, too?
Yeah, so I've got one in the tank of my sister, and it's pretty funny. My sister actually got so hammered the other night, she hid in the closet, and we couldn't find her for like 5 hours.
Oh, that sounds like
in the closet.
Sounds like a lot of fun. That's what I want to do when I'm partying in New Orleans. Where's my sister at? Oh my gosh, she's missing for 5 hours.
Adult drunk hide and seek.
She's in a closet. What's she going through?
What? Was there any kind of explanation to this? Like, why did this happen?
I think she thought she was playing hide and seek, but forgot to tell anybody.
For 5 hours?
Did she?
5 hours. She went in there and fell asleep. So, yeah.
Okay, well, good times in New Orleans, Virginia. All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
I mean, you say good times in New Orleans, but I don't know if that's a good time.
That sounds horrific.
I'd be so mad if someone went missing for 5 hours and then they passed out in a closet.
Right. In a bed, you'd look and be like, okay, that's normal, and we know where she is, and just, make sure she's okay, roll her over. In a closet? Yeah, you have no idea.
I mean, if someone's missing for 5 hours in your group, how many hours have to go by till you call the cops going, I think they've been kidnapped?
Well, and keep in mind, too, it's New Orleans and Mardi Gras. How many calls are the cops getting, like, every second? Those are the calls they're getting. It was just somebody that was drunk playing adult hide and seek.
Is that true? The cops have to wait a full 24 hours before a missing person's report's taken seriously? Or are the circumstances different?
I don't know how that works because I know they always say that time is of the essence. So if somebody they believe it's a credible threat that they've gone missing, the sooner you get that report out, the better chance of finding them. So I don't know. Good heavens. All right, Suits, are you ready for this?
As ready as I'm going to be, Kev.
Do we have him strapped up and ready to go?
Oh, he is strapped, locked, and loaded, baby.
I guess I'm going to relinquish control of the bird here.
Yes, I will. Have you been shocked by this yet?
Yes, I have. It's not fun.
What was the highest level you went?
I think I was at a 5.
All right, let's go 6.
I shouldn't have said that. Actually, it was a 1.
Yeah. I was like, come on, man. What are you doing? Saying a 5. Boy's got to learn. There's just a lot of things I think Suits learns from this show on a daily basis.
I know none of them are good.
No. All right, here we go. All right, here's the rules here for the Shotcaller Spelling Bee, Suits. If you spell the word wrong, you'll get shocked. You got to spell 3 correct to end the game. So you could spell 3 boom, boom, boom correctly. Game's over. You don't get shocked one time.
Okay.
And you will not have to spell more than 5. So 5 is the limit.
If it makes you feel any better, I have a lot more fun shocking Virginia.
I mean, actually, it does.
All right, here we go. Your first word, Shotcaller Spelling Bee, Suits, is occurred.
Occurred.
Occurred. How do you spell occurred?
I feel like there's 2 C's in that.
Okay.
That's a curd or, hey, look at that curd.
No, occurred.
Occurred,
Like
yes.
oh, wait, something happened. Oh.
Yes. That occurred around 2 a.m. when Virginia lost her drunk sister in the closet.
I think that starts with an O. It's not. I was thinking an A at first, but is it OCCURED?
Okay. Oh, Suits, that is so close.
Is he missing an R?
He's missing an R. You needed 2 C's and 2 R's.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry. Okay, Suits, bring in the pain. Oh, boy, come on. Is it not working?
Is it not on?
It's hooked up to our phones.
Does nothing work? Oh, my. Suits, you got to go a little tighter than that. Yeah, it's not connecting to his...
Oh, yeah.
Gotta get it real tight.
It actually is uncomfortable. When you put it on, it hurts.
It does.
Because it really has got to embed itself into the skin. You get those metal prongs right in there, really just pushing into the skin.
If it ain't pinching, it ain't working.
Yeah, it's got to pinch. It's a very uncomfortable contraption. All the way through. Yeah, in fact, you can actually feel it kind of humming.
Ouch.
Oh, did he swear?
No, he stopped it.
I stopped. I didn't realize it was going to work there.
Kevin, it's working.
All right, there we go. All right, 1 up, 1 down.
All right,
It's working now.
I'm gonna go up one little more level.
Okay, all right. I'm going to try to give you a softball here, Suits. If you do not get this one, Jaybird, I think he gets a 10.
A 10?
He gets it on a 10 if he doesn't get this correct because he just said he could spell anything correctly that was like a cruise ship.
Okay, I like
All
it.
right.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a word that if you don't spell correctly, you're getting a 10. Caribbean.
CARIBBEAN.
Oh, with confidence.
You can't get me with that, Kev.
So
didn't think
smart.
so. Okay. All right.
Don't go easy on him, Kev.
Okay, I just wanted.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Gotta knock Smug Jr. down a peg.
Okay, let's go with recommend. How do you spell recommend?
Oh, this is such a hard word. Thank God for autocorrect.
What do you think on recommend?
Again, I think there's 2 C's.
I would like to recommend that you not misspell this word.
But is there 2 N's in there too?
Oh, I didn't think of that. There might be.
Or is there 1? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That just doesn't make any sense.
Let's see.
Recommend.
RECCOMMED?
Went 2 C's, 2 M's.
That didn't sound right.
There's only 1 C, isn't
1
there?
C, 2 M's.
Darn it.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Hopefully this
on
thing...
the dump button.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Bring in the pain! Oh, come on, man.
Oh, are you all right? I heard that. What was that noise?
I don't know what that noise was, but my gosh.
I've never heard a noise come out of that thing like that. What was that?
Alien sound over the broadcast.
What was that?
Oh, my God.
But that when you hear that sound, that's how you
that's
know it's
terrible.
working.
Oh, that sounded terrible.
My bones are tingling right now.
Watch not swearing because you almost swore again.
It's catching me off guard. I'm like ready for it. Nothing happens, and then it.
Okay, let's try to give you one here that you can get. Suits. Let's go with harass. How do you spell harass? Shotcaller spelling bee here. This would be your fourth word, by the way.
Harass.
So one correct, you missed two. Harass.
H-A-R-A.
Uh-oh.
H-A-R. Is there a U somewhere in there? H-A-R-A-U-S-S?
Oh.
What is this? Dennys in here too. Like, wait, where's this U coming from? A U?
I feel like there's something got to be complicated in this word for you to be giving it to me.
You overthought it. You had it without the U.
Is it H-A-R-A-S-S?
Yes.
Damn it.
It's a tough one, Suits.
All right.
All
Bring
right.
the pain.
I'm so sorry, Suits. Hopefully it works. Bring in the pain.
Okay. That's 3 shocks.
Isn't that awful?
Seriously, if anybody thinks that we are faking with this
Thank
thing,
you.
this
It's
thing
terrible.
is strong.
I know.
It's terrible. It's terrible. All right, here you go. Final word. Regardless, Suits. You spell it right. No shock. Miss it. It'll be your 4th shock of the game.
I'll go up a little bit more.
Okay. You are wearing a black hoodie. You look like an executioner, Jaybird.
Yes, that's the point.
Okay, Suits. Like you, I'm going to throw you an easy one here. I would like for you to spell for me pronunciation.
Ooh. Very difficult. A lot of silent letters.
A silent U.
I feel like there is a U in this one, though. All right, so I know it's P-R-O.
Yeah.
Pro, then it's like N.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Pronun.
Okay.
U-N.
You're pronoun.
C-A-T-I-O-N. Pronunciation.
Okay, give me the, after pronoun, give me, start from there.
Because you're kind of lacking in confidence.
P-R-O-N-U-N.
Yeah.
Pronoun. Pronoun. P-R-O-N-U-N-C-I-A-T-I-O-N.
Work it out, baby.
Oh, he saved himself right at the end. Oh, he flipped around and saved himself. All right, Suits, you are free of the shot collar.
Terrible.
You are done. You guys got to come up with the words for me next week.
I'll be able to stump you.
Okay.
I'm guaranteeing.
And they've got to be kind of like normal words. I gave you guys normal words that are hard to spell, but they got to be normal words.
I'm guaranteeing that you get all 5 wrong. That's how I'm going to be in
5
charge.
shocks coming?
Yeah, I'm going to be in charge.
But they've got to be normal, and you have to be able to use them in a sentence.
I will. Oh, yeah.
Okay. In fact, that should be the game. If you can't use it in a sentence, you should get shocked.
I love it. Bring it on. I ain't scared. You're going 0 for 5, brother, and I will be able to use them in a sentence.
Coming up here in a minute, we got a lot of people to call out. My goodness. I got somebody to call out. Jaybird's got somebody to call out. If you've got somebody to call out, let us know. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-976 right here at the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay, got a couple people that we need to call out here, and this is just it, because when you see something that's just kind of messed up, maybe we can solve some problems here. And yesterday, again, I didn't know it was still an ongoing problem, but my wife and I went down to eat on Clematis Street in West Palm Beach yesterday. Guess who I saw coming right down the street, making all kinds of noise and ruckus?
Oh, those motorcycle.
Yes. The dirt bikes, like 25 of them, and there was kind of like a row of cars in traffic, and they went in the other lane, like the oncoming traffic, 25 of them, halted all the traffic on the street. People were like, they were riding up on the sidewalks. People were like losing their minds.
Yeah, they're dirt bikes, right? Not motorcycles.
Yeah, it's dirt bikes. They're not street legal, and that's the issue. And so I was talking to some of the people work at the restaurant, and they're like, yes, every Sunday they do that. I'm like, the cops don't stop them? And I'm like, we talk to them all the time because, you know, customers complain and there are issues, and it's just, you know, unruly and crazy. And I mean, obviously, I can't take my car and ride into the opposite lane of traffic.
Well,
I get pulled over, and they're like, yeah, they say they can't do anything about it. I'm like, what do you mean they can't do anything about it?
We talked to a police officer on the air before who had that exact quote. He goes, we can't chase them. We can't catch them. They know this. They taunt us, and we kind of feel like we can't do anything about it. He even said they won't even go after them.
So if I had, like, let's say, for instance, I just wanted to cause some havoc. I got 3 friends. We had dirt bikes. I could grab some rocks. I get off a dirt bike. I throw it through a couple windows, get back on, take off. I'm good to go.
Kev, we talked about this exact scenario, and the police officer said, he goes, we can't catch these guys. It's dangerous to chase them. And I said, well, I remember my comment was, so they're just allowed to do whatever they want? It goes, well, it's not that we're allowing it. They just are able to do whatever they want because we can't catch them.
Crazy. So that's just.
Do you remember that call?
I do, and I can't. Honestly, it's unfathomable to me. It
is.
I'm like, I don't.
They went on social media and started taunting us as a show, saying, "Yeah, I heard you guys promoting us. Thanks a lot." So that they are acting like they're lawless.
Yeah. Well, then there you go. I guess that's just it. Just whatever you want to do, just go at it.
It's really annoying because that will kill somebody.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's first off, it's just, one, it's illegal and it could be dangerous. I know people, because of some of the dirt bike stuff, people have died because of it.
I saw them too. They were on Blue Heron Boulevard, and there was a woman parked she was idling at the stoplight, just waiting to go, and 4 of the cars circled her car, and as soon as the light turned green.
4 of the bikes?
Yeah, 4 of the bikes circled her car, and they just took right off right when it turned green.
Yeah.
And she was freaking out. She didn't know what to do. All of a sudden, you're at a red light, and there's 4 dirt bikes surrounding your car. It's a little alarming.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess apparently you can't. I would think maybe you could isolate one and corner them and arrest them, and then week after week you're just arresting one more and arresting one more and arresting one more.
Just like they do in Narcos, you arrest one and then the rest go down, right?
I would think one at a time, if that's what you got to do with them.
And maybe that police officer was wrong the first time we talked to them. I'd love to talk to another police officer.
Yeah, they were just like, they're like, it's a problem every Sunday. And I was like, that's crazy.
And they're so arrogant, too.
Well, it's just, I just started thinking of all these different scenarios. I'm like going, okay, so if they can't stop that, like the first one just came to my mind. I'm like going, okay, so I can just take a bag of rocks, get 2 other buddies with dirt bikes, and we go down, and I just get off and start throwing them through windows, take off, and I'm good.
According to that cop, but we can't do anything about it.
Okay, all right. All right, so there you go. Yeah, I was just really so calling those guys out. Just stop.
They love it though. They love it because they're not getting caught. They love the fact we just spent 5 minutes talking about them on the air. I mean, we're letting the people know what's going on, but they love it.
Yeah, it just keeps going on. It's just one of those issues here in South Florida. You had to call them out today as well, Jaybird.
Yeah, this is the second time an Uber driver almost killed me. And I'm not kidding, Kev. This was a near-death experience. Do you know off PGA Boulevard, there is one exit, PGA Boulevard in Palm Beach County, where you get off and it's got a real windy kind of ramp that goes off of it. I believe it's PGA West.
Okay.
If you are taking that way too fast, you can roll over your car. And
it's
terrible. My Uber driver was going way fast, just about missed the exit.
Right when you get off 95, it's a real tough one. It turns pretty quick.
We did a 360 off of the ramp.
You spun around?
We spun around of the ramp into traffic going into it was awful. So I want to call out that guy. Some of the Uber drivers now, I feel like they don't care anymore.
You feel like the quality is going down from when you first got into the rideshare business?
Yeah, I would say we were a foot away from dying.
Well, that's not good.
So I'm calling out my Uber driver.
Yeah, I wonder if, because at first it seemed great, and I think, what has happened, I just keep hearing the stories of some of the people who have decided to become Uber drivers have said, I'm not making any money. And so maybe the people who were not insane or better drivers, better cars, things like that are saying, it really isn't worth it, and have gotten out of the game. And so now what's left is the people that are going to take a turn too fast and maybe kill you.
Well, he was about to miss the exit. I go, you're about to miss the exit. So he overcorrects and goes on. So that was the first part of the horror.
Yeah.
And then you got to slow down.
Yeah.
You got to slow down that thing.
There is an Uber driver in Seattle, though, that's kind of doing it right. He's going viral. I don't know if you heard. He started offering a ride menu, and he's got 5 options on it. When you get in his car, he will either tell you funny stories, he'll be totally silent, he could act like your therapist and give you advice, he'll be as rude as you want him to be. If you want somebody to be rude to you, he'll do that. Or he said he'll also, your 5th option, be as creepy as possible by staring at you in the rearview mirror as he drives.
So the last 2 being as rude as possible and as creepy as possible, that's some fetish stuff. That's something.
So?
Who wants to have someone be rude at you or, get all weird towards you and creepy unless you're into that?
All right, let's see here. Harold has got a call him out here. Harold, you're calling out somebody on the show, and for what?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I'm calling out Jaybird.
Jaybird, why are you calling out Jaybird today?
Jaybird, because when you were on your cruise, they did a Shocking Virginia game.
Okay.
And, instead of making it hard on Virginia, he gave her multiple choice. She was easily going to be able to guess most of them.
So you're saying that Jaybird actually went soft on Virginia?
Very soft. Very, very soft. Giving her multiple choice? Come on, Bird.
Sir, you're right. I'm embarrassed.
There you go, sir.
In retrospect, I should have retooled that game. I apologize for the lack of entertainment. I hope you can forgive me.
I will. It'll be tough, but, that was your one time you could have got her 5 out of 5.
Brother, trust me, there are more times to get the witch. Maybe I'm just trying to get her into a false sense of security for when she does come back.
You're playing the long game. That's what they call it. This is the long game.
It's the long game, brother. That's how it works. Yeah.
Okay.
I could give you the quick, we shocked the witch.
Okay.
We want to get in her head.
You're setting her up for something bigger.
The way to get to Virginia is to psychologically get to her.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
Okay. Got a couple other call-em-outs here. People have texted into us. Somebody said, I'd like to call out the POS that stole my Yeti cooler out of the back of my truck. That is a hot commodity. That's an expensive cooler. And, yeah, unfortunately, there's no security when you're talking about the back of a truck. Somebody also said, I'm calling out my downstairs neighbor who is trying to say my car door dinged her car door when it is logistically impossible for my door to even reach it and cause the damage she is claiming, yet she is still pursuing it. And I would like to call out my wife for not making me coffee after I busted my ass cleaning snow this morning. So that is somebody up north. It's kind of odd, isn't it? Because I was talking to people who live up north this weekend, and they got all kinds of snow, and it was 85 yesterday.
Yes, Omar in the chat room, he must be obviously out of state. He said 2 hours of shoveling snow, and now I'm here in the chat room.
Oh, dang.
2 hours of that's what you wake up to. You got to shovel just to leave to go to work.
That is terrible. We got Maddie here from the 954 with the call him out. Maddie, who are you calling out and for what today?
Oh, my God. People are cray-cray. Yesterday, right, I go get gas, and I want to get a car wash, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So I pull up to the pump. I get my receipt. The receipt didn't print out. You pay at the pump. So they didn't print out. So I got out of my car. I go into the little building to get my receipt. Meanwhile, this biatch in a black Mercedes pulls in and blocks the car wash. Well, I have my receipt. There's people behind me with their receipt now. She blocks it. We can't get in, okay? With a Mercedes, she probably could go to the dealership and get a free wash. Meanwhile, she's blocking us, right? So she gets out of her car. She goes in the stupid little store to get her little receipt, and she comes strolling out. I mean, I was livid. I had things to do. I had to go to work. I was busy.
Right, so she uses her car. That's an interesting tactic. She uses her car. She knows she needs a car wash. She goes up, blocks it so no one else can go in. She holds her spot in line, goes in, gets her receipt, and then comes back out.
Who does that?
Well, a lot of people, I mean, that's kind of like why we do the call them out, because there are a lot of people who think whatever they have going on in their own personal life is much more important than what anyone else is doing.
I had a call him out like 3 weeks ago of the woman who blocked the drive-thru. She parked her car, blocked the drive-thru, and then went in the restaurant. So the entire drive-thru line is now a traffic jam. Everyone's beeping their horn.
Yeah.
She's inside doing her thing. Takes 8 minutes doing her thing. Doesn't care about blocking all of those people. And it was in an area where you were stuck. You were forced. There are some drive-thrus where you were forced to stay there.
Right. That's kind of it. People just don't care. Somebody said, I want to do a quick call them out to the POS that hit me from behind on University Drive and then drove away when I tried to pull over.
There's a lot of that, by the way. A lot of hit and runs.
Yep. Got Becky on here. Becky, yes, you are kind of curious as to whether or not you should do something more than just an on-the-radio call them out. Something you notice now, you work in a restaurant. Is that right, Becky?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you notice one of your coworkers not doing?
Okay, well, I'm looking for opinions in this. So I was in the bathroom at work, and, I came out of the stall, and I noticed that my coworker came out around the same time, and she noticed me, you know, so she just, like, ran to the sink. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe she's, like, in a real hurry, you know, so she, like, ran over there, and I thought it was kind of awkward, you know, and she was washing her hands, and then she was trying to use the, you know, the motion-activated towel dispenser thing, and, you know, so she's waving all over, and she's tapping it, and she's tapping the side of it, and now I'm thinking, okay, she doesn't know how to use this thing. It was an automated one, you know. So I ended up walking over there after I washed my hands, and I showed her how to do it. And I'm thinking clearly she has never used this thing and doesn't know how to use it. So we work at a restaurant, and she's in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. So you think that one time while you were in there and there was somebody watching, she actually washed her hands because she knows she's supposed to, but the fact she didn't know how to even work the towel dispenser, she doesn't do this regularly. So whenever she's in there by herself, she's just totally skipping the whole hand washing thing and then going right to the kitchen and making people's food.
Or even if she washed her hands, I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, I try to look at the bright side. Maybe she washed her hands and doesn't dry her hands if she doesn't know how to. But still, even that's not really sanitary, like if you're going to go working in the kitchen, you know. Like, I don't know what to say. The boss of the place, he's such a nice guy, and this is like his livelihood, and, you know, I don't want to, like, burst anybody's bubble, and at the same time, I don't really have proof that she doesn't really
You're jumping to a major conclusion. Just the fact she doesn't know how to work the towel dispenser, that she's not washing her hands on the reg.
I would mind your own business and not out anybody. And if you've got an issue with all this, just talk to the boss. Go, hey, you know, I've noticed a lot of people not washing their hands, and then maybe have one of those signs where it's in the bathroom, all of our employees wash our hands.
Do a reminder.
Yeah, do a reminder.
Yeah.
But you can't out somebody, especially when you don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, just the fact you don't know.
So many people always watching.
Okay, would it be different if she saw her not washing her hands? She's a coworker and she goes right into the kitchen.
She went number 2, took a dump, didn't wash her hands, and then she's now cutting the food. You got out her. I'm sorry. That's just lawless.
Michelle's got to call him out here from Miami. What happened? You were thinking about buying a painting and somebody beat you to it. What happened?
Well, I was at the Los Arts Festival yesterday, and I was holding up, it was actually a photograph printed on metal, and I was holding it up, looking at it, showing my brother-in-law, and this guy's over my shoulder, looks at me, he goes, oh my God, that's the Deerfield Pier, and he takes this picture out of my hand as I'm looking at it, considering buying it. And I'm just like,
wow.
I'm having a moment, like, and I'm like, do I, like, say something? And then someone behind me says, he just took it out of her hand. So there was another one that was similar. I handed that to the guy. I'm like, you should buy 2. And I walk away, and my brother-in-law is, like, fighting the urge to, like, deck the guy. And I'm like, come on, Mark, we'll go buy something nicer. But out of my hand as I'm looking at it, and he just takes it out of my hand.
First of all, that's unbelievable that somebody would have the cojones to do that. But 2, could you imagine how unbelievable it would be to be at an art fair and see a fight break out?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty amazing. That's unbelievable. Yeah, that's stuff like that happens. And later you come up with a thing and how you'd want to react, because in the moment you're so shocked you can't believe somebody would dare take, like, you're looking at this like you're going to buy, be like, cool, I'm going to take that.
Oh, 24 hours later, you have the best comeback.
Yeah, and then that's when it is. Somebody said, yeah, I want to call out the street racers on the Turnpike southbound last night by the Atlantic Avenue exit. They held up all lanes of traffic with their cheap cars that weren't even that fast. They block traffic so nobody can go, and then they do a race. It's right there.
Are these the same Johnny-come-latelys on the bikes?
They're not on the bikes. They're in cars.
They're in cars.
They're in those, you ever hear those cars? They sound like they're cars, but somehow they sound like mopeds.
Hey, can we try to take down these bikers, these dirt bikers? What can we do?
Nothing.
Can we do anything?
No,
there's nothing.
Now you're doing vigilante stuff.
So now we all have to take it.
You'd probably they probably wind up getting away, and you wind up getting arrested.
I'm not saying we go out and we do something. I'm just saying, being in the media, is there something we can do to where we find out who these people are and then blast them and say, we've got proof, here's the video?
We call them out that hopefully enough people like, yeah, you know what, that kind of pisses me off too. And maybe finally the right pressure gets on the right person and they do something about it.
Or are we playing a dangerous game? Are these dirt bikers, are they...
I like danger, my friend.
I love a danger.
Talking about crazy traffic stuff. I don't know, on our... I think this is on our Twitter. Somebody had sent this to us. I think this dude does this all the time, though. He's right there on I-95 going northbound, I think the 79th Street exit. He's in nothing but like a pink thong bikini. It's this dude. He's got long, dark hair. And he's riding on his bicycle backwards. So that was yesterday in Miami traffic. So if you want to see all the insanity happening in traffic, that is on our Twitter at KVJ Show.
Guy's kind of a star.
Yeah, I think we've actually talked about him before, so there you go. All right, we got a couple more call outs coming up. You can get a hold of us, 877-979-WRMF here at the KVJ Show. In fact, talking about songs here, Belinda's got a really quick call out here from Port St. Lucie. Yes, what's your call out for, Belinda?
Well, I'm honestly not sure if I should call out Jason or myself.
Okay.
My mom was watching my kids this weekend. She's sweet. She's a little bit older, and my 6-year-old's in the tub singing a song, humming to himself, and all of a sudden, at the end of his song, he shouts out, "So many people on meth." And obviously, my mother was severely alarmed and pulls me aside as soon as I get home, from a night out with my husband, and what music are you letting him listen to?
Oh, jeez.
So is it Jason's fault for making the song so catchy, or my fault for letting him listen to it? I don't know.
Let's share it. Let's share the blame. Let's do
fun
it.
blame all the way around. There you go.
Making meth catchy. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Thank you, Belinda. So many people on meth. Ow! Yeah. Do you agree with this list? This is basically the unwritten rules of communicating in the digital age.
Okay.
Okay, here are the points. Don't randomly FaceTime people. If you want to FaceTime, shoot them a text or a call first. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I don't hate that. I mean, if you're FaceTiming me, if it's my friends, I'm not going to be overly offended. I mean, just don't pick it up.
I don't FaceTime somebody that's not like family or very close friends. And if I do, there's usually a point to it.
I mean, you can avoid all the awkwardness by just simply not picking up the phone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's easy too. So I agree. I don't agree with that.
It's not that big of a deal.
No. One-word texts like okay and LOL are conversation killers. Don't respond with one word unless you don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah, that is true. Or if somebody sends the response, K, you are appearing like you are upset about something.
Okay.
Or you just got no time. K, how's it going? You doing great? I'll see you soon. K. It's like, oh, you are in trouble.
Sometimes I realize that is kind of a conversation killer, and it is kind of rude. So I then think, okay, what else can I say? And then you kind of go, the conversation then goes down an angle unnecessarily for another 25 texts.
I do that with emails and texts where I'm like, that's kind of so short. I seem kind of jerky. Let me say the same thing, but in a different way.
I need a fun, flowery way that it's like, yes, I love what you just said. Ha, ha, ha. Great. I'm going to run now.
Yeah. I get it.
Okay. If someone you know comments on a photo or video you posted, you should respond. That seems tough. If someone you know comments on a photo or video you posted, you should respond.
If it's like if you put up a picture of...
I'll click like I like their comment, but I mean, what, you got to respond to what they said now? And now you've got how many gazillion different conversations going on?
I had somebody in my life before get mad because I wouldn't comment. I would just like it. How come you never comment? You never put comments down. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to. I'm so sorry.
Well, sometimes you
and
don't
they
know
were
what to say.
legit mad.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so apparently these are big for some people. If someone communicates to you using a certain form of communication, like email, then you are expected to respond using that same form of communication.
No, baloney. No.
Yeah, sometimes.
So you email me, I can't text you back?
Exactly. Sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I'll be like, I'll even sometimes text you and be like, hey, I just sent you an email.
Yeah, because sometimes emails get lost.
Yeah, or sometimes it's just that you're going to be, there's more on it. I don't want to text you that much information. Okay, so we disagree with about half of these so far.
This list is annoying.
This is what Twitter says are the unwritten rules of communicating in the digital age. Don't like your own posts. People see it, it makes you look weird. Do you agree with that?
Don't like your own yeah. Well,
I don't. Sometimes I have accidentally.
It's a move if you're okay with being, hey, I like my own post and take that.
Well, obviously you like it because you posted it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel awkward doing it.
It's an obnoxious
I kind of agree with that one.
Some people like being obnoxious.
Don't ask for likes, comments, or shares.
I've kind of realized that now. If people are going to like something and share it, by you telling them, hey, share it, they're going to do it no matter. If they feel like they want to, they're going to do it.
If it warranted, they'll do it. They get it. They understand how it works now. Don't take hours to respond without an excuse. I don't like that one. If that's an unwritten rule, I don't like that. Because sometimes I don't know how to respond. Sometimes I will be like, hey, let me think about it. I'll get back to you.
Sometimes I just don't have my phone on me. I like putting my phone away so I can go out and do other things. Because I have been very guilty of getting stuck on my phone and not being present.
I have pockets on the weekend because I don't see my family much during the week. And my wife gets very upset if I'm sitting there and I'm on my phone over the weekend trying to respond to all the comments I'm getting. She's like, really? Like, okay.
Well, even if we're at an event and we've got people around and we're putting stuff on social media, I feel weird being on my phone putting stuff on Instagram for the show because now it looks like I'm just texting and I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, I think it's things like that you see where it's an unwritten rule that you can't take hours to respond without an excuse.
Kiss my ass.
It makes you a slave to your phone, and all of a sudden you're not actually living or talking to people that are around you because you don't want to be rude to people in this digital world.
Hey, Twitter, quit telling me how to live my life.
Right, yes. It says you don't actually have to leave a voice message. Okay, thank you, Twitter. If someone asks you multiple questions via text, don't just reply to part of the message. Respond to every question that's on there. I would like it. I prefer it, but it does happen.
You ever ask somebody, emails a question or a text, and they just respond without answering the question at all?
Yes.
Hey, Kevin, so what's going on for today's show? I love the color blue.
Yeah.
What?
I'll just re-ask the question. Be like, hey, I need to get an answer on this. Don't post dozens of photos of cheesy quotes back to back.
Well, here, to me, when you do that, when you are posting quotes back to back to back for hours on end, it is telling the world that you are going through something.
You're trying to get your life and you're looking for that inspiration.
And you need some attention.
Mm-hmm. Don't have one-on-ones in the group chat. Better yet, rarely send group chats.
Don't have one-on-ones in a group chat.
If there's 8 people in a chat message and it's just 2 people who are talking back and forth, and then you go to your phone and it says you have 42 text messages, you're like, what? And it's just these 2 people that have been going back and forth?
I don't like group chats for the simple reason, if you don't know everyone on the group chat and someone goes rogue and says something offensive, now you're on this whole thing that, I don't like it.
Try not to deliver bad news or via text or DMs. If you don't get a response, you don't have to get angry. It's not always that big of a deal. And if you have time to post on Snapchat, it says here on Twitter, you have time to respond to text messages.
Well, yeah, people aren't responding because they don't want to talk to you. I mean, you just got to get that to your head.
90% of that list was completely annoying.
It was.
Anything you disagree with, anything you think should be on it, you can let us know. 877-979-9763. Talking about the unwritten rules of communicating in the digital age. Some people agree, said, yeah, I agree. Look, if somebody gives me a hard time about the length of time that I take to respond to a message, I simply tell them, look, my phone is a communication tool for my convenience, not yours. I choose not to be a slave to my phone.
Amen.
I agree. I don't know why we feel this unnecessary pressure from our phones to be a slave to them and just, oh my gosh, I got a text I got to get back to. It stresses us out, man. Somebody said, I hate when people call me and they'll leave a message saying, hey, call me back. Yeah, I saw you called. I could call you back. Just tell me why you're calling and leave a message. Don't just say, call me back. Give me a chance to get ready to answer a question if you're calling about it. That's true. I don't want to be blindsided when I call. So a lot of people agree with some of the things on the list. Any other takes? 877-979-WRMF. Florida, number 6 in the country for the best sandwiches.
Ooh, okay.
Number 6 in the country. And it's because of one signature sandwich. What do you think it is, Jaybird? You had to say, what do we have? What do we have?
We've got down here the signature sandwich. The grouper? Something with fish?
Oh, no. It's a good guess. No. It's not it. Why do we make number 6? We'll see if you can figure it out. Get your boy Dennys in here. I want to see if you can figure it out.
For sandwiches?
Signature sandwich for South Florida puts us at number 6. On this very important list.
You want Dennys in here. Is it weed related?
No, I just want to see if it's obvious to him. It's not to you.
It's not aquatic.
It is not aquatic. That's not the right angle. Dennys.
He thinks hot dogs are sandwiches. Keep that in mind.
I know. I just want to see because if Dennys beats you at a sandwich question, oh man, what this would do to the show.
So this is like a flagship sandwich of Florida.
South Florida has a flagship sandwich that puts us at number 6 on the best state to live in where you love sandwiches.
I know what it is now.
Do you?
I think I do.
Okay, what do you think, Dennys?
Ooh,
Give me a guess. What do you think? Unique to South Florida, a signature sandwich.
Cuban sandwich? I don't know.
Jaybird, what were you thinking?
Cuban sandwich.
It is Cuban sandwich.
Technically, Dennys beat me.
Yeah. Yeah, Dennys.
Those are good, man.
I never eat Cuban sandwiches. I always forget to get them, and they are very good.
They're fantastic.
So is Monte Cristo is a good sandwich too.
Yeah, and the Cubans are so good. I mean, because they're thin, just kind of like the bread that I like. I don't like being overwhelmed with just too much fat bread.
Oh, they're so good.
They're hot. You press down the bread. It's hot. Oh, it's got the cheese. It's got the pickle. It's got the ham. Oh my gosh. So
I know there's no way you would do this.
What?
But if I could get Fat Kevin here today and just
Yeah.
have, you know what? Tomorrow's Fat Tuesday. Throw a little caution to the wind and make this fat guy happy over here and have some food with me. Let's just go.
I'd eat a Cuban sandwich if you had it right now.
You would eat a Cuban sandwich
Oh,
right
I
now?
eat Cuban sandwiches, yeah.
Can you give me 20 minutes? I'll be off the show for 20 minutes. That'll make some people happy, I'm sure.
How are you going to get a Cuban sandwich in 20 minutes?
I can get you...
Because the nearest place to get them, which I don't think they're serving them at this time, is...
Here's what would have to happen. I'd have to run to Walmart. I'd have to grab the ingredients and get here and cook it right on that griddle, which I could do, and I could do that in 20 minutes.
You make a good Cuban?
I definitely don't make a good Italian, but I'll definitely make a good Cuban. Yeah. I can make a good Cuban. You don't want it.
I do want a Cuban, but I don't think you're going to be able to get it. I think it would take you a lot longer than that. And I just don't know. You know what? Challenge. Yeah, tomorrow you should come and try to make a good Cuban sandwich.
I love it.
I love it.
And then we'll see if maybe like somebody like Havana or somebody like that does a good Cuban sandwich. We'll see if we can tell the difference.
Bring them in. Yeah, let's set this up. I'll gladly get into a Cuban sandwich off.
Could you tell the difference if we did a blind taste test? Could you tell Jaybird's Cuban from somebody else? All right, we'll contact Havana, see if they can bring one in, or everybody else has got a good one. Let us know. Some of the states, if you love sandwiches, which I know you do, Jaybird, Thrillist says the #1 state in America for sandwiches. Any idea?
Yeah, I'm going to go probably Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
Bam! Okay, you're redeeming yourself a little bit when it comes to sandwiches.
Well, they're home of the hoagies, man.
Well, they got the Philly cheesesteaks. That's big stuff. And then they got Primanti Brothers in Pittsburgh on the other side of the state, which you know because we've got 2 Primanti locations in Broward.
Oh, you're making my mouth. I'm so hungry.
What's Primanti's famous for with their sandwiches? Do you know?
Pierogies?
No. What do they do special to their sandwiches I know you would approve of?
Oh, do they throw French fries in it? Yeah,
that's
of
their
course.
thing.
It's redneck lettuce, dog.
Yeah.
Redneck lettuce.
Yeah, they're #1. #2 on the list is New Jersey for the Italian deli sandwiches. They've got New York at 3, so if you're in that tri-state area, that's where to go. Home of the $22 pastrami sandwich, $22 pastrami sandwich from Katz Deli. Virginia is in the 4th best state for sandwiches with the Po' Boys in Louisiana. And then Illinois is the Italian beef sandwiches. I think you love that. I finally had one over the summer for the first time. I went to this place called Portillo's, and they put the beef on there, and then they got the au jus.
Oh, yeah.
And it's on this like soft bread, and it's soaked in au jus. Like you have to eat it immediately. Like if you took it home, it's just a soggy mess.
So you only had one bite of it?
No, I ate the whole thing.
You stop it.
I did. It's so good, man. It's so good. That's the top 5, Florida 6.
Are you acting like a little biatch today? Or are you gonna eat some food with me, Dennys?
Oh, I'm watching my figure.
Gosh, man.
I try to keep it under 2,000 calories.
I'm getting all portly again. I need some company, man.
You got no fat friends over here.
I got no fat friends anymore.
Where does a man like this go, man, if he wants something like that? Coming up here in a couple of minutes, got some whacked out news for you today. Going to be talking a little bit about some crazy stuff, including a very creepy situation happening in Minneapolis. Some deranged dude was just standing outside in the cold, like in a regular shirt, staring into somebody's window, smiling. He has a mustache, and he's hugging a pillow. Oh, yeah. What is that all about? Whacked out news got it for you. People talking about the best place to get a Cuban sandwich here in South Florida. Florida was #6 on the best states to get a sandwich in, and it's all because of the Cuban in South Florida. A lot of people are saying Publix actually has a really good Cuban sandwich.
Tons of comments about Publix Cuban sandwich. I always see it too. They always have, by the deli, they'll make side sandwiches and put them in the little cooler area.
I have to have a Cuban sandwich today now. Oh my gosh!
If you know what, if I drive to Publix right now, you want to go right at 10?
But did they make? Yeah, I almost do.
Did you not bring your lunch today?
No, I did. That's why it's unfortunate, but I still want a Cuban sandwich. Somebody said the La Familia grocery store right there on Southern and Parker Ave, right across from the Publix in West Palm. They had the best Cuban sandwich, $1.50 too. Damn.
How do you not buy 7 of those?
Somebody said Publix doesn't press now. Oh man, that's a big part of it.
Well, I think is that every Publix?
I don't know.
Because not every Publix is created equal.
Okay, yeah, you're saying that, so they don't do it the same at every one?
Some delis I find have more options and just more. They do more. Yeah, that Greenwise.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that
that's a different
shut down.
animal. Yeah.
They made grilled cheese there. That's unspeakable.
Yeah. Somebody said John Smith Subs makes a great Cuban sandwich. Okay.
If you want to talk about subs, underrated subs, talk about the steak subs. I think. Oh my gosh, I can't. Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
Steak and cheese sub. You got to get the gigantic one.
Why do you got to get the gigantic one?
Because you're a man and you're an adult. Because you don't want to eat no 6-inch sub.
Okay. All right. You got a place for us to check it out. You can let us know 877-979-WRMF.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
It just sounds horribly creepy. Somebody in Minnesota, they look out their window and they see this deranged man standing outside in the cold. It's freezing right now in Minneapolis, like crazy snow and all that kind of stuff. This guy's standing out there in just a regular shirt, no jacket on, and he's staring straight at them, smiling. He's got a mustache and he's hugging a pillow.
What's so creepy about that?
Oh my gosh!
I like
what?
I like how the mustache just adds a layer of creepy.
Oh,
it's the creepy cherry.
Horrifying. So the cops show up because, yeah, that is a creepy description. Obviously, this individual's up to no good. They go and they find out it's actually not a real guy at all. It's a cardboard cutout of the guy from the My Pillow commercials. You ever seen that guy?
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened with that Bigfoot story.
Yeah.
Everyone's calling 911. There's a Bigfoot. And it was just a statue.
There's a guy in Oregon got stranded in the snow for 5 days last week. It's kind of a story. They're saying he survived by only eating 4 Taco Bell fire sauce packets he left in his car, he and his dog. He drank the snow because that helped out. But I think basically you can go 5 days without food. You'd be all right if you got water.
I think it's the water. That's the big one.
Yeah.
I think you can go longer than 5 days without food.
Yeah, you can go
Some people
wild.
can.
I think it's like 40 days or something like that.
Well, remember everyone was talking about that Ted Bundy diet? How he was out in the woods for 7 days and he didn't eat and he lost 40 pounds.
Dang.
Yeah, you can stay out there for a minute.
Okay. There's a couple in Ohio that got caught with some stolen merchandise in their car last Thursday. It's a good reason, too. They parked in a handicapped spot in front of the sheriff's office, and they weren't handicapped. He just checked to see what was going on. There's a guy in Hawaii that tried to get out of jury duty by shouting, "He's guilty!" over and over again. The judge had enough of it, and actually he said, "You're guilty," and he put him in jail.
He was saying that in court?
Yeah, he was like, hey, if I just start screaming out, "He's guilty," they'll let me go. No, they won't. They'll actually put you in jail yourself. That's called contempt, dumbass.
Poor plan. Poor execution.
Poor
There are other ways to get out of
execution.
jury duty.
Here's a guy in West Virginia that was trying to get out of his criminal record and get it expunged. Now, the governor can do that. They can just write you a letter. And he had a letter, he said, from the governor. But when the judge started reading it, he's like, is our governor really this bad of a speller? Apparently, it was pretty illiterate. He didn't believe the letter. Called the governor. He said, don't know him. Wasn't me. He got some charges tagged on. And it seems like every single sport now, you got to worry about performance-enhancing drugs. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And every sport now. And you know when we finally hit the world of bridge that we've got a problem. It's an epidemic. The world's #1 bridge player has been suspended after testing positive for PEDs.
I feel like if anytime there's money involved, someone's going to cheat. Somewhere down the line, that's going to happen.
Okay, but what does performance-enhancing drugs do when you're playing bridge?
Intimidate your opponent. You look stronger.
You're going to be so jacked.
You're so
and
jacked.
you're holding up your car like, ugh.
You're scared. It absolutely intimidates you.
Okay. For whatever reason, apparently it gives you an advantage. The Miami Herald They have come out with their list of the best Florida man stories. And I kind of like to contest it because there's so many great stories that happen in the Whacked Out News in Florida, but these are the ones, or some of the ones, that they say are the best. Their number one best Florida man story is the story of the dude in Royal Palm that chucked the 3-foot gator through the drive-thru window at Wendy's.
Yeah.
They say that's their number one best Florida man story.
I get it.
That's good. That was good. And that probably would have made my top 10 too.
It got a lot of national
it did.
pub.
Number 2 was the Deerfield Beach man that slapped his employees with a large lizard called a bearded dragon.
I think I remember that story.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think you covered it.
We've covered all these, yeah. Number 3 was an Ocala man who broke into a car dealership, stole an SUV along with 2 TVs from the lobby. He then crashed through the glass doors, abandoned the SUV, then told cops he didn't remember any of it.
That I don't remember. I don't remember that story.
He doesn't either. Number 6 on their list is a drugged-up Cape Coral man that got burned dancing naked in a fire with a knife and then attacked police when they showed up.
I do remember that story.
Okay. Number 7 was the Florida man who collected flamethrowers that set his house on fire. I think he's in the band Cannibal Corpse, oddly enough. Number 8 is a Brooksville man that was caught pleasuring himself with a stuffed animal at Walmart.
That one stuck with me.
Yeah, that
and
should.
Him too.
And a man dressed up as a pirate got arrested for firing a musket at cars on the 7 Mile Bridge in the Florida Keys.
I do remember that one as well. Wow, I think these are all whacked out stories.
Yeah, they are all whacked out news stories, but that is the Miami Herald's top 10 best Florida man stories ever. Yeah, I knew it was only a matter of time. Talk about Cuban sandwiches, and you talk about how Publix going to be the best one. Somebody texted and said, stop saying Publix or any other gringo market for Cuban sandwiches, please. There's better places.
I'm so sorry. Kevin is a gringo. He can't help it.
I am a gringo. Yes, you're right. I would like to know because, yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to get one, what is arguably the absolute best? Now, somebody said the best Cuban sandwiches are in Cuba. But if you can't get to Cuba quickly and conveniently, there should be a lot around South Florida that are great and fantastic.
Oh, you're getting me all...
And I do love a Cuban sandwich.
You're getting me all food horny.
Yes. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, Papo Llega y Pan is a good place to go check out in Miami. They even sent us a photo of the store there.
I need to make sure that I've got this all straight. So right when we get off at 10 o'clock, do you want me to go right to Publix and get you a sandwich?
I don't know. I've got something to eat, but I'm kind of getting there. I don't know. Is
man, I
Publix
know
the
what
way
you
to
got
go? Some people saying like apparently Publix has changed how they do things. I got to find out what's going on. They do something different now.
Well, we don't have a lot of time, so we are.
Yeah.
I get that we're not going to get the ultimate Cuban sandwich, but my man needs a Cuban sandwich stat.
Kind of feeling like it, yeah. I don't know,
if I do go to Publix, I can get a fountain drink.
Oh, that's what you want. You want a fountain drink.
I gotta get this.
You got
off.
some problems. Yeah.
I got problems.
Yeah, you got some problems.
I do.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody knows that place. That apparently is a good little spot to go check out. It's a 305. I'm not sure exactly where that place is. Tulipan. I think Dennys was saying that. Has a great Cuban. They've got one on North Lake in Palm Beach Gardens to go check out. So if you're trying to get one, you can go check that out. And Don Cafe, somebody said it's a good spot.
Well, we can send suits to get all this food and just, temporarily have KVJ TV go down for about 30 minutes.
We're gonna sideline the entire show just so we can eat.
Priorities, brother. When you ever go on the air and say, I need a Cuban sandwich.
Hey, we're going to shut down the show because we're going to just go eat a Cuban sandwich.
It's KVJ first. You never get this way with sandwiches.
Yeah, I just saw that list. Florida made Thrill list number 6 for the best state to get a sandwich, and it's all because of the Cuban sandwich. I'm like, well, yeah, gosh, that does sound good.
Okay, so what was the top 5? Do you have that? Did you say all top 5?
Yeah,
you
went
did
through the whole 5. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can go back and listen to the segment later.
I swear I listened to it. I'm doing it, baby. I'm too involved in this.
Yeah, don't you remember Pennsylvania was number 1?
I knew you had number 1, but I couldn't remember 2 through 5 for some reason.
Yeah, they had like Illinois was in there for the beef, and a lot of New Jersey, New York.
New Jersey, that's right.
Yeah, a lot of Italian sandwiches.
As soon as you said something about Cuban sandwich, I was over here doing research.
Yeah, and then I lost you.
You lost me.
I lost you. It is kind of funny, though, because whether it be sandwiches or soda or whatever, it seems like there are snobs in every category.
There is.
And I realized this. I went on the cruise, and one of my buddies there, and it was sponsored by Coors Light, and God bless Coors Light. You know, once upon a time, I was a Coors Light drinker, and it's just, I tell you, with a lot of things, your palate changes and shifts. I am no longer, you know, a Coors Light, you know, Bud Light, Miller Light, kind of like beer drinker.
You are a craft beer snob.
I am a total snob.
Oh, you are. And I've seen it develop over the years.
And I realize I am in the minority. I realize only 14% of beer drinkers are craft beer drinkers, and so
how many? 14. That's
I think
it?
it's only 14%.
Are they only in Florida? Because I feel like it's everywhere.
I think it's growing. I mean, it's kind of like been a hipster trend, and it's, you know, it's expanding a little bit. But there are the diehards, and I was on this cruise, and there was only the entire ship. There was only like one tap where I found a beer where I'm like going, oh, thank goodness. And so I drained that entire keg of the beer that they had because it was the only one I really liked. And I tried. Somebody said, hey, no, man, you got to try Coors Light. You don't know what you're missing. And I tried. I was like, oh, gosh.
You're a beer snob?
And they called me that. They're like, going, you're such a snob, man. And they were actually getting very upset with me because I wouldn't drink a Coors Light.
You're a beer snob. Dennys is a weed snob. Virginia is just a snob in life. And
Yes.
I am a sauce snob.
Yeah,
Big
that's
time.
right. What are the, like...
If you're making Ken's,
You've said
I
Hidden
looked out.
Valley, yeah.
Yeah.
In Valley.
Ken's dressing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ken's sauce, whatever you want to call it. I know. I don't want to get
What's
in that.
the top? What's the bottom?
To me, I like when people do their own sauce. They homemade. Obviously, I'm gonna say I love Bud's Chicken and Seafood.
Yeah.
All their sauces.
Bird sauce, obviously.
But I'm not just saying that. All of their sauces are legit, unbelievable. Not all restaurants are like that. I will. Outback's another one. There's certain ale houses that have great sauces. But if I find out the sauce is weak or whack, I'm out, dog.
So you will actually not go to a place if they've got weak sauce.
There's a chain restaurant that I used to love going to. They changed their honey mustard. I never go anymore.
Really?
I won't say the name.
All because of the sauce?
All because of the sauce. I'm a bit of a sauce diva.
You can't bring your own honey mustard?
You can, but now you're that weird guy bringing honey mustard out of your bag. I don't want to be that guy again.
Okay, so you say I'm a craft beer snob, you're a sauce snob, Denny's a weed snob, Virginia's definitely a wine snob.
Oh, big time.
And then that's why it was so great when you beat her in that wine tasting challenge.
One of my greatest victories. And she took that hard. She, even in our personal time, that will come up. People will be talking about that, and she gets really mad. We got to do that bit again. I'm like, we're not doing that bit again. Kevin already did it, one and done.
Right.
You failed it. It was the best outcome.
Well, she's trying to blame, well, they brought in the wines. They brought in, like, pretty good wines and then not as good of wines. Like, there wasn't that big a difference.
I beat you, Vicious V.
You
I'm
did.
sorry.
You nailed it. Better palate. And there are definitely some Cuban sandwich snobs out there. A lot of people saying, yeah, I mean, unless you're getting authentic Cuban, come on.
Yeah, they're all texting us right now.
Oh, I know, yeah. Tsunami Subs in Delray, somebody said, has got a great Cuban sandwich.
I mean, you are giving such food foreplay today. A man can only take so much.
Yeah. Somebody's saying if it says, if it's not written in Spanish on the board, how can you take it seriously?
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I figured that was going to be the contention when we got into it. Somebody said, yeah.
I've been called a grilled cheese snob. But to me, you need to be a snob when it comes to your bread and when it comes to your cheese. You need to be.
Okay.
Do better. Be better.
Okay, so like what's the bread? Like what would be good, what would be bad?
If you are, you got thin-ass bread and it's, it doesn't have a good texture to it, there's some pretty bad bread out there.
I'm going to throw one at you because I'm curious what you'd say. Wonder Bread.
Love Wonder Bread. You know I love it. I like to take the Doritos and take the Dorito dust and rub it on the white part.
Okay.
Food art. You admire it and then you eat it.
Okay. All right. So you're a bread.
Oh, gosh, man. I need it.
Mm-hmm. Ann is on here from Port St. Lucie. What kind of a snob are you, Ann?
I am a grammar snob.
Oh, yes. If you've ever run into a grammar snob, they are tough to deal with, especially if you're bad at grammar.
You're a grammar snob? Y-O-U-R?
In emails that the spelling, lose, just gets me. So
yeah, it does get a lot of people, and it's one of the things that's happened now with social media. So many people, any of those words that all sound the same, They just use whatever version 2, same thing.
So to me, there are times where you need to be a bit of a grammar snob where you can't understand what someone's saying. And then there's a time where you forget an apostrophe or an E. And it's like, lighten up, grammar snob.
Yeah, I know. Some of these snobs can be really aggravating. Like I said, I was really ticking off a lot of people the fact that I just wouldn't drink a regular old beer on the cruise.
Oh, we did a video where it spent like 5 days. So much money to put in this video. We misspelled one word at the very end, and it was just an apostrophe. The first 2 comments. You know, you misspelled that word. That's what you notice out of everything we just did. You noticed that.
No, hey, this is fun. That was great.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for the effort.
Yeah, no, it's just what you blew. Jessica is on here from St. John's. Is that right?
That's right. It's actually Jacksonville, but we don't like to say Jacksonville, so we call it St. John's.
Oh, no, that's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much more impressive and tropical sounding, St. John's, but it's basically North Florida.
It is. It's very.
It does, yeah. I was trying to figure out. I'm like going, okay, what is this? Is this an island or? Okay.
Who is this? St. John.
Yeah, it does sound very fancy. Okay, so tell us, what are you a snob of, Jessica?
Well, I'm not a snob of anything. That is the truth. I only have one pair of shoes. I don't need nice jewelry. I don't drink fancy wine.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a hotel snob.
Yeah.
It has to be 4 stars, and I will look it up to make sure it's 4-star, even if it's just one night and it's a baseball tournament. I can't do it. I can't do 3.5.
Yeah.
With the grimy carpets and the sheets and the. I'm sorry, I'm a hotel snob.
Even those 5-star hotels,
yeah.
they say that can sometimes be pretty gross.
They can be, yeah, but the difference, and I think because you threw in like the sporting contests, and if you've traveled anywhere around Florida, we were up in the middle of the state for a softball tournament, and our room had like one of those old screens on it. It had been pried apart where somebody obviously tried to break in that they haven't fixed. And we went inside. It was so bad. We didn't pull the sheets back. We had all of our clothes on. We took the shower curtain and put that down on the other side and tried to sleep. It was terrible.
You still slept there.
It was terrible. Yeah, I mean,
I will stay separate from the team if I have to. But I'm sorry, that's just where I draw the line. With hotels, I'm a snob.
I get it. And you're breaking that code because, yeah, when you become that hotel snob parent and you won't stay with the team, it creates a rift, Jaybird.
Oh, I know.
Oh, they're too good to stay with the team.
Oh, I know all about that.
But they always get the worst hotels.
That baseball,
in Auburndale.
Softball drama. You parents are insane.
Yeah. you just knew when Jessica said, I'm not in Jacksonville. I'm in St. John's.
St. John's.
Yeah, St. John's.
Not taking credit for living in Jacksonville.
I love it. What are you a snob of? Yeah, somebody said peanut butter snob, without a doubt.
Well, there's certain
Gotta go Jif Creamy.
Yeah, there's some peanut butter that has no taste to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff. Somebody said I'm a grilled cheese snob. That's
Good.
Audrey.
You need to be. Aubrey's her name?
Audrey.
Audrey, be a grilled cheese snob. People got to start doing better out there.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said I'm a soup snob. Only fresh made delicious soup. Nothing by the can.
I get it, though. If you're passionate about a food and you love it and you've had it at its best, why are you going to settle for something that's gross?
Mm-hmm. Brandon said I'm a porn snob.
Okay.
He likes the high-end stuff, None of this cheap do-it-yourself, He likes the good stuff,
You were talking toilet paper. That's a big one.
It is.
You got to make sure you get the right toilet paper.
Yeah, and some of those things, like we've talked about that before, it just is worth spending the extra little bit. Some stuff, it doesn't matter. But yeah, you can.
I kind of feel like, too, disposable razors, you got to get a name brand. The generic slices and dices my face off.
Yeah.
You got to get the brand name.
Okay, yeah. Somebody said my family and I were from New England, and you cannot get any pizza in South Florida like you can in New England.
Oh, my gosh, Kevin. We lead the league in pizza snobs. Oh, my gosh. Jaybird, it's the best pizza. It's just like New York. Everyone says it's just like New York. Everybody in Florida says it's just like New York. Every pizza place. We do it just like New York. So it's either it tastes like it's from New York, or there's a lot of liars out there.
A lot of beverages are in here. Coffee snobs, wine snobs, water snobs even, the kind of water that they drink. Cream soda snob even. Have to do with soda and things like that. Tequila snobs. big time when it comes to your alcoholic beverages. And somebody who said, I am a cocaine snob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's stuff that you can tell has been cut a gazillion different times. And you get the stuff that's pretty much just fresh.
Dennys is definitely a weed snob.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that are texting in about being a weed snob.
He'll be like, he'll look at it and go, "Oh man, it's too premature. They didn't let it grow long enough."
Mm-hmm. And like I said, somebody said, I'm 100% a Cuban sandwich snob. So there you go. That's what set the whole thing off. Like, wow, you guys are killing me if you're talking about where to get Cuban sandwiches. 877-979-WRMF. You can always call or text the KVJ Show. Busy weekend here in South Florida. Honda Classic. Went and checked that out a little bit on Saturday. Always a good time. But I got to tell you, I paid the most ever for a cocktail while I was there.
Okay, what'd you get?
You know what? I'm going to turn this into a fun little game. Let's get Dennys in here as well. We got the Shotcaller?
Yeah, we definitely have the Shotcaller.
Okay.
Who is getting shocked?
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play a game where I'm going to tell you about this mimosa that I got, and you have to guess the actual price of how much I paid within $5 or you get a shock. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, are we going Miho versus Miho?
Yep, you'll go first. Strap the shot collar on Jaybird.
Okay.
Okay, you got to be within $5. I get a shock. I'm going to Dennys. Because honestly, I got a shock when I looked at how much it was. I was like,
oh, jeez.
Wait, what? It's crazy. Okay.
All right.
It's one mimosa. One mimosa there at the Honda Classic. How much did I pay, Jaybird?
One mimosa, it's got to be so much money. I'm going to go $35.95.
$35.95. You got to be within $5. You're wrong.
Do I get a shock now?
Yeah, you get a shock real quick.
Bring in the pin.
Okay. Gosh, okay. I wasn't ready for this game. I remember shocking.
It's better when you're not ready.
Gosh.
It's better come unprepared. All right, hand it over to Dennys.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
See if Dennys can get it. $35.95. When do they ever charge cents on the end of a cocktail? They ever do it?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think you got too cute.
I'm trying to do price of rice. Price of rice.
The price is rice.
What is the price of rice? By the way, rice is a lot cheaper than this mimosa was.
You got me
It's
all
gone down.
First of all, you get me all hungry, horny with all these food topics, and then you shock me.
Oh, yeah. I guess you had a wild ride today, Jaybird. It's a wild ride. Okay.
Dennys.
How much did I pay for a mimosa at the Honda Classic? And then here was the whole thing. I ordered it, and then I saw the price, which, by the way, lesson learned. Check the price
first
everywhere and then order. I didn't even think about it.
Especially at an event like that.
And it's still sticking with me. All right, how much do you think?
I think I heard Bird turning that up a little bit over there.
Yeah, what is he's over there clicking the knob on his
heard
boy.
it.
Dennys is too peaceful. He gives the worst reactions. We got to pump the jam up on this.
Okay, what do you think? How much within $5?
I'm going to say $20. $22.
Wait, what's your guess, man?
22.
22?
You're going to go $22. You are incorrect.
What is it?
$30.
What did you guess?
You guessed $35.95. I said you got to be within $5.
Oh, you missed like
$1.95.
95 cents.
I meant to say $34.95. In fact, I was going, why did I say $35.95?
Yeah.
They made you lose it. All right, are you going to bring the pain?
Do you want to stand or sit for this?
I'll sit.
All right, bring in the pain.
Oh, come on. How long you holding that for?
You know, the Price is Right would be a lot better if they introduced shot collars, wouldn't it?
I agree.
It'd be fantastic.
That wasn't even that high of a voltage, Dennys.
Whatever. I heard you clicking that button over there.
That high. Are we still playing?
Yeah, no, we're good. It's $30. That's how much it was. I think that is a new record for the most I've ever paid for a cocktail.
Oh my god!
I think I was one time, and the same thing hit me. I was on Ocean in Miami Beach, Sobe, and I think it was $20 for a cocktail. I was like, $20? I'm like, you kidding me?
Sobe's the worst. That's the place that I
20 or
continue to bitch and moan about that. I bought grilled cheese and drinks for our area, and it was like $90.
I was down
Yeah.
in South Beach for New Year's with like 4 of my ex-girlfriend's friends, and we all went out there. And I was like, you know what? Round on me. I was going to buy the first round of shots.
Yeah.
That was the biggest mistake I ever
Oh,
made.
it's
It was like
awful.
$150. They were literally like $27 shots.
And wait, how many
For
how
5
many
of them.
Oh my gosh.
I could not believe it. I was like,
Oh,
same
I know.
thing. You got to check prices
And
before
honestly,
you order.
you can't if you've had one, it'll sober you up, or two, you can't get a buzz after you've paid a ridiculous amount of money for a drink.
Yeah, I think
you just want to end your day. You
Yeah.
just want to. I just got to run home.
I think it was 2 regular drinks, no doubles or anything, and a grilled cheese, and without tip. They didn't even put it was $90-something. I was like, what the hell is going on
It
here?
just rocks you. It's
Yeah.
just, it really, it's just I'd stay with me the entire weekend.
It's not even that fun down there. I'm sorry.
Like I lost it. Like, what am I doing? This is crazy. Yeah, so you had Honda Classic that was going on. Rib Roundup on Saturday, too. Great crowd that was out there. But I've kind of noticed this, too, though, sometimes it happens. If you go to some of the country shows, more than any other genre of music I've seen, you see people peeing in the weirdest places.
On a horse.
Yeah, or it's a lot more lawless because I think a lot of the country fans, they live in the country where
yeah.
the rules are you pee where you want.
That's right.
They're used to peeing places and not commodes.
Peeing. They do pooping too.
Oh yeah, no, Tortuga, which is coming up. I mean, the stories that we heard, I remember from last year, somebody, like, people dig holes in the sand and
Tortuga.
They will go absolutely anywhere. What is the weirdest place you've ever gone pee?
Pee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one, Kevin.
That is a tough one.
Yeah, I've done the whole thing in the car where it's like it was so bad, but I mean it's like where you're going to pee yourself.
Yeah, I remember peeing in a squirt bottle in the car, but I don't know if that's the weirdest place.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like you almost are about to pee your pants, and you're just like, okay, it's got to happen. Have you ever actually peed yourself?
Yeah, in a dressing room once. While trying on pants, it was terrible.
What happened?
So I had to pee really bad. I was younger. My parents are like, we were running late to a wedding. They're like, you have to try on these pants. We have to go. They're yelling at me. I'm like, I really got to pee.
Yeah.
So in the middle of trying on the pants, like your body just makes it happen. You can't even stop it. And I urinated all in these pants, man. It was terrible.
Did you guys buy the pants?
Well, no, I didn't want to tell my parents, so I just hung them back up. It was awful.
Oh, that's
I feel real bad about it.
That's terrible.
So somebody bought these, and they're like, these are some stiff pants.
You know, I think kids do that. I remember one time when I was like 9,
That's so gnarly.
I accidentally pooped my pants, and I was so embarrassed. I took off my underwear, and then I hid them in my action figure compartment, and I completely forgot that I put it in my little action figure case until my mom found it about a year later. She's like, what the hell is this? And why was I embarrassed? It was my family. What, they don't crap their pants either?
Yeah.
Yeah, where have you peed when it was an emergency? Like you just really got to go and it can't wait. I remember one time, I didn't do this because I was just trying to be like an ass, but I was at Epcot doing the Beers Around the World, and I was at Mexico, and we were at that tequila place, and sometimes that'll happen. Like, you're just like, oh my gosh, and you're running around frantically trying to find a bathroom. And
That's the worst.
Yeah, and I was disoriented anyway because, I
You're
mean,
drinking.
we're well on our way, and I really had to go badly, and yeah, I peed on the side of the pyramid there. I'm not proud of it.
I mean,
I'm not. I wasn't like doing a big going, yeah, I guess where I just went. I had to go.
you weren't trying to be disrespectful.
No, I wasn't. It just happened. I mean, just when you've got to go, you've got to go. And guess who had to go? It was me. Sam is on here from Port St. Lucie. Yes, Sam, where did you go pee when you really had to?
Well, it was actually my friend. She had to pee so bad that she went pee on the party bars at Sunfest.
I actually have seen that move. I remember. By the way, was this last year by any chance?
I think it was 2 years ago, actually.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was either last year or 2 years ago. Yeah, I saw somebody peeing off the back end of the party bars that were there.
Is it chick?
Yeah.
She popped a
Probably
squad.
her.
Wow.
Yeah, and
I think there's a lot of people peeing at Sunfest.
There was that kind of like railing. Was she kind of like holding onto the railing, the gray railing?
Yeah.
Maybe you saw her.
That's so crazy. I actually think I saw your friend pee. Yeah.
Was she on the KVJ barge?
No, it wasn't. I can't remember which barge it was. Was it the one was it on the south barge? Do you remember?
I think it was like the middle barge, probably.
Okay. I'm trying to remember which one. Yeah, that's okay. So either I saw your friend or that has happened before. Because that is a place, too. I will say that if you're at Sunfest, I think the bathrooms, when you go up, the porta potties are... But if you don't know, that's been another place for me, too, where you go up there and you get a little disoriented. And then sometimes, too, if you're a little bit hammered, you just don't want the party to end, so you don't want to get too far away from it.
Of course.
And you're talking about a festival where you got to go, and you're like, no, I don't want to be gone this long and this far. Yeah, Tortuga is one of the places where I've heard, yeah, you need to go VIP because people are peeing all over the place.
And they're probably doing more than peeing, man. I hate to be that person to keep bringing that up, but you think all of a sudden everyone's going to be cool?
Oh, no,
Hashtag
yeah.
be cool with pooping? Hell no.
Yeah, no, I somebody had said that somebody actually dug a hole because the lines were crazy and they couldn't do it. Somebody said I was in Beverly Hills last year and I peed behind Versace. Okay.
Very classy.
There you go.
Right.
You know what? It's kind of like, I peed here.
Didn't Virginia, didn't she pee at Trump's hotel? And she took a picture of the...
She did, I think she did it in the bathroom. Yeah,
Okay.
these would be places where you went and it wasn't... Yeah,
and that wasn't a political statement. I would just say, but I thought she'd gone and she had seen something cool and took a picture of it. We're talking a long time ago.
I think it was a gold toilet.
That's what it was.
They have gold-plated toilets. They're on there. Yep. So that kind of happens. Yeah, block parties, things like that. People are texting in and be like going, I didn't, but I've seen people who do that. In fact, you never want to go behind a dumpster at a block party.
Well, I mean, I told you about that one dude who he went number 2 in the street. I think some people just feel like the earth is their bathroom.
Virginia's at Mardi Gras. That does happen at Mardi Gras. People will just go to the bathroom wherever they want.
Oh, New Orleans in the morning, like right now, this time, walking around right when the sun's coming out.
Yeah.
It is a different animal than when the sun is down.
I was talking to somebody last week, and they're like, yeah, we went to Mardi Gras, and my girl wore flip-flops and got really hammered, and then went home and went right to bed. And you should have seen, she had like green feet.
The next morning, because me and Panda had to walk the street. We're talking 7 a.m.
Yeah.
It smelled like throw up. I mean,
it's disgusting.
There was this weird liquid going down in the drain.
Yeah, it looks like the ectoplasm from Ghostbusters. It's like this fluorescent yellowish green, and it's the solution they use. They just hose down the entire French Quarter after a night of partying.
You either need to keep drinking just so you're not disturbed by that, or you need to stay in your hotel room.
Yeah. We already talked to Virginia today. She was telling us about some of the adventures her and her sister were finishing off their Crown Royal from football season. Her sister disappeared for 5 hours. Apparently, she decided to play a game of hide-and-go-seek and not tell anybody and passed out in the closet. Virginia woke up with an inflatable guitar stuck to her face, and she was pantsless. And that was 3 days before Fat Tuesday. So they're going after it again today, and then she'll be going after it again tomorrow. And then she'll be coming home with no voice. I think she'll be back, on Thursday? Because they drive.
Who knows? I have no idea what Virginia's schedule is. She's got 9,000 vacation days.
She does. I feel like she's negotiated some side deal better than yours and mine.
It's just so weird. Anytime New Orleans and Mardi Gras time comes up, it's like out of it. Sorry, I am off that week. Doesn't matter what's going on in the company, Kev. I got Mardi Gras and blah, blah, blah. It's like
she never misses.
She's never missed it. And
never missed.
It's assumed that she's going no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
If we had a major thing going on with the company, she's like, tough. Sorry, I got Mardi Gras.
She will not miss Mardi Gras. We'll check in with Virginia tomorrow. She's recording some Drunk Girl Trivia, so we'll probably have one of those coming up on Friday. Plus, we got some good stuff going on here from Monday. Coming off the Honda Classic from this weekend. Spring training stuff. Thought I was going to get out to a game today. You got the Astros Mets at 15 Ballpark at the Palm Beaches. Marlins Nationals going to be at Roger Dean Stadium. It's going to be going down. So if you want to go out, man, is it just me or is it crazy hot? Like it was 85 yesterday. I'm like going, it just feels like it's too hot too soon.
I was walking Chewy and I was telling Dennys, I think there's something wrong with the sun today. It's going through my clothes like I'm naked. I felt like I had no protection on whatsoever, and I had a hoodie on.
I know. Oh, you had a hoodie on?
I had a thin, like one of those thin hoodie ones.
It just felt like it was too hot.
It was a different type of heat.
Yeah. I don't know where it was coming from, but it definitely was alarming. It just seemed like so much. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be hot. I just pray for no rain because I've got a sewage problem in my house.
That's rough, man.
That's you want to talk about rough.
That's motel worthy.
Yeah, it's just terrible. And I don't know what's worse because my wife has this incense that she's been lighting. It's the most pungent stuff I've ever smelled. Like, it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's like it punches you in the face, but it's knocking out the funky, rotten cabbage smell we have in the house.
There's some gross incense out there, and there's some gross candles out there too. Denny's got one that smells like. You ever have like rum and then throw up immediately? It's got that combination of it smells like a bar but it smells like liquor and throw up. It's the worst smelling candle.
Yeah. Some of them are. They've got some really odd things out there. And then this morning I was getting into the Jeep, and we've had, because it's a Jeep, I think this is standard in a lot of them, is there's some water that's gotten in it. When it rains, I get a little bit of water on the floor, and so it kind of smells a little bit mildew.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm trying to get in the car this morning to come to work, and I open up the door, and I'm like, somebody's been in here smoking a cigarette, which is kind of alarming.
That is very alarming.
If you don't smoke cigarettes, and there is someone's been smoking a cigarette in your vehicle, and then, this is 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I hear a noise. And I'm like, oh, crap. And I'm looking around. I'm down on the ground, and I'm trying to figure out what is going on here.
It's the cigarette killer.
Well, I've had this happen before when I was in college. I was working radio, doing the overnight shift, went to go get in my car, and I got in the driver's side, and I looked down, and there's a pair of pliers sitting on the passenger side floor, and a cord was sticking out of my and so I got out of my car, and I heard a shuffling noise. I looked, and there was a guy hiding under a car right next to me. He's trying to jack my car stereo.
Well, what did you say to him?
Huh?
What did you say? Did you say anything?
Yeah, I was like, dude, I totally see you under that car.
And what did he do?
Coincidentally, my roommate had walked down with me, and I signaled him when I heard the shuffling noise. I'm like, go walk to the other side of that car. And so he walked to the other side, and the guy tried to get out the other side, and my roommate stopped him. And we held him there until the cops showed up.
Same situation happens today, and you've got either me or Dennys that have to have your back, hold him down, make sure we keep this guy down. Who do you pick, me or Dennys?
I'm gonna go you.
Yeah, Dennys, you're too peaceful.
Yeah, I really think I think he would just blow right by it. He'd be, hey man,
hey, do you see that?
Hey, I really don't think you should steal.
But out of anybody on the show, you obviously want Virginia. She's got a knife and a taser.
No, because Virginia would turn it into a murder.
You're right.
Like you, I think you would do the right thing. Like you'd help me hold him there, and then we'd get the cops there. So I thought that was the case. It was going on, and so it took me about 5 minutes to get in my car, and I came back to work, and I texted my wife. I'm like, going, who was smoking in the Jeep? She's like, it's that incense.
Ugh.
I'm like, who gets incense that smells like cigarette smoke? It was the worst thing ever.
Well, she's going to the same store Dennys is going to, because Dennys leads the league in the grossest candles ever made.
Yeah, we talked about that before. There's some really gross candle smells that are out there, and so we're going through the whole lot of it. So it's just awful stuff. A couple of quick birthday shout-outs. Got to say, Preston, happy 8th birthday from Dad, Mommy, Brandon, and Cameron. And a real quick birthday to Emily, turning 9, from Mommy, Daddy, Sarah, and her dogs, Coda and Kisses. Yeah. A dog named Kisses. How sweet is that?
So sweet.
All right, before we get to the After the Show podcast, Jaybird, here you go. Thought for the day.
Yes. You're relaxing. Doesn't it sound like one of those audio books?
It does.
Here's the quote. So much of who we are is where we have been.
Okay.
True. There's some
true.
Logan inside of you. That's because that's where you've been, brother.
I'm all Logan, baby.
Oh, don't say that. I would not claim to be all Logan.
After the Show podcast coming up on YouTube. You can watch it live in like 10 minutes.
Looking for what's going on in South Florida? Sign up for our KVJ e-Blast and stay connected.